Hey everyone, welcome to Rooster Teeth Podcast number 292. Live from
hello. Look at that energy
Texas.
from Gus.
Wow.
Hi, everybody.
Studios.
Do you want to chug the Red
I'm
Bull?
kind of low energy today.
You want a Red Bull?
Chill Gus.
Chill Gus. You got laid back Gus. So this week we got Gus
Miles.
Kerry.
Jack.
and Gus.
Chill
and
Gus.
I'm a little scared this week.
Okay.
Right before we went live, I guess like 5 minutes before, I'm taking my pre-podcast dump, and I'm walking out the front door, and I feel like I stumbled across Kerry doing something he didn't want to get caught doing. Kerry was in the kitchen with like a giant can of Red Bull, just like chugging it.
Yeah, I just like went to the fridge. I was just like, I'm just doing this.
He like had that like deer in the headlights turn where he just like turned and looked at me.
Like while chugging?
Yeah, I was like, look,
Okay,
I'm ready.
What's like the oddest thing you've ever walked in on like that? Anything? I mean, if anybody has bait, and by the way, you win.
Yeah, no, I walked in on somebody masturbating once.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah,
How did that go?
Wait. Let's slow it down a bit. I want to make sure I'm understanding.
Okay.
You walked in on someone masturbating.
No, while I was masturbating, I walked in on someone. I was just, no,
That would make a much more interesting story, actually.
Yeah, I was just like jerking it, and then I opened the door with my dick, and
You
they
were
were like,
warming up, and then you went to your favorite spot, and
Yeah.
it was already taken.
yeah, the library.
Was it at this office?
No, it wasn't at the office.
No. We're talking about walking in on things in general.
No, I hope nobody masturbates.
You didn't
here.
qualify
Maybe
it by saying
showers.
the office.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm going to
didn't
go
say
on a
the
tangent then before we get to your story.
Okay, sure.
Does anybody walk around while they jack off?
We had a
No?
long conversation about this 1 week ago. I remember because someone was showing someone around the office.
Why the fuck
And
and
they
they long conversation
We're
about this?
All right, no. I don't. Okay, no.
Hey. You got microphones in front of you.
Well,
Let's keep it calm.
I'm very passionate
They don't get to
about
do
my
this very
wiener.
often.
In front of me,
Okay.
Jack.
All right.
Walking around,
All right,
jerking it.
fucking face.
Okay, has anybody show? We also have a live studio audience here, by the way. It's a little group.
We'll get to them in a bit.
Okay.
All right, show of hands, everybody that's on set right now. Who diddles standing up? Anybody?
Well, hang on. Let's clarify.
Anybody?
No. Are you saying?
Are you-
Are you saying the whole time? Or are you saying like
I
to the end or what?
I can stand up. I feel like
Yeah,
standing up.
I can stand up. I don't.
Okay.
Standing up.
You have to. Okay,
Wait,
your legs
wait,
locked.
wait,
Come on, man.
Standing up is more comfortable than sitting down. Because then you like
But what about laying down?
you have a mess all over
You're
yourself.
just standing horizontally though.
Do you not have just like Kleenex at the ready, or like?
What do you do? Like top it off like an oil well?
I mean, sometimes if I have my nice sheets out, yeah.
What's
I'll
the
be
socks
real with
for?
you, yeah. It's Target bets. So, all right, hold on. Time out. I saw two hands
just gonna
go up
drink.
talking about stand diddling. What? You thought I meant Pete? Wait.
That's way
have you
better.
Pete
Oh,
standing
God.
up? You just like spread over the toilet and just
God.
let Niagara
Okay,
fall? Like,
she's Australian, so technically she's upside down.
Oh,
Like,
right.
she's,
handstand P.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Bernie's not on the podcast this week. He's walking.
Yeah, bye, Birdie.
So you walked in on someone jerking it.
Were they
So
standing up?
no, there was no. Okay. So no, I was living with my friend, and he had a friend who was staying with us. And I just walk in the bathroom one day, and dude's just sitting bare ass naked
the
on the
friend of the
floor.
friend?
Yes, friend of
Oh,
the friend.
that's
floor.
rude.
Just on the floor of the bathroom, on the rug, just like going at it
Well,
with
it's
like
not
the
gonna sit on
laptop
the
right there. And he just went, oh, and I went, lock the door. It was really awkward.
Wait, what room was it?
It was the bathroom.
Okay,
He was sitting
okay.
just buck ass naked in the bathroom.
Who doesn't lock the door in the bathroom?
don't know.
Maybe
lock-
that's part of his kink.
Yeah,
I
Was it
guess
broken
so.
or
The
anything?
fear
Nope.
of being caught.
Nope, works perfectly fine all the rest of the time.
my God.
Except for, pleasure time.
And so he was bare ass naked. Like, was
Just-
he? Did he just take a shower or about to or anything? Or?
no, just stripped down and sat on the floor.
My college roommate walked
Lord.
in on one time, but I think I kept it cool.
Yeah?
I
Did you
maybe he
tuck
know. No. So I'm on. We had bunk we had bunk beds.
Oh, that's a
I was
bad
bottom
way to
bunk.
start.
I'm surfing the web, right?
Sure.
Everything's going great, and all of a sudden I hear the fidget of the handle, and I'm like, oh. Boxers over there, bathroom door way over there. He could be coming in any second. I'm full mast. I can't do this. So I immediately just sit up, go cash Netflix, and just put it on top. And I tried to go into the
Wait,
most
did you have a
casual
blanket
mode.
over you?
Oh, I had a blanket over me.
Okay. I was like, you're
Yeah.
naked. the cross legs. Like,
Just watching some Netflix. Some
No,
Arrested
it's okay,
Development.
The laptop
Hot
was
ass-
covering my naked dick. No.
Well, yeah, hot ass laptop, just like
Oh
singeing.
God.
Who needs air?
He sat on the edge of my bed and had a conversation with me, and the whole time I'm just like, Michael Scott, am I right? What a crazy character this guy is. He's like, hey, you want to go get lunch? Let me finish this episode. Let me just take it. I think
episode?
I think I played it off. Maybe he knows. I don't know.
Are you playing it off to us that you're actually jerking off to The Office?
or are you jerking
Dude,
it right now?
Do I shoot? Let me tell you, man.
Oh, that's have you ever?
is a great
So you've
start.
had someone walk in on you. Have you ever had someone walk in on you?
No.
Who's got the
I locked
fucking
that
mute your
shit.
phones?
I locked that shit.
Yeah, you lock it down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I locked down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
My greatest fear all throughout college was that I'd be spanking it, I go to class. I'd open up my laptop and I will forgot to X out something, and I just open up and you'd hear or something just like from the back of the classroom. That was my number one. Like I just come here. What? Was that Mortal Kombat porn?
It's another reference. Sorry, don't worry.
Okay, all right. Thanks for bringing your references to our podcast. I really enjoyed.
Dude, speaking of college, I had to take Katie by UT today for an audition for a role she's auditioning for. Being on campus, holy shit! When did they like start bringing in 12-year-olds to go to college?
Weird.
It's so
2 years ago, Obama put it through.
Dude, everyone looks so goddamn young on campus.
Just make
now.
yourself sound like an old man when you say shit like that,
Dude, I feel like an old man.
I know that
I feel so inappropriate
feel
going to
that
campus.
shit. You don't verbalize it. That stays inside. That's like what ages you and makes you
In
old.
Gus's mind right now, he's like babysitting,
Yeah,
okay?
that's
But
true.
he's not going to say it.
Can I be
all
serious
Yeah.
though? I had to go to campus to a store. I just walked around like rolling my eyes. I'm 23 and I just hate fucking everybody.
It's because they're happy.
Yeah, I know. I guess
Yeah.
that's what it is.
They're enjoying life.
They're just like, oh my god. I'm just like,
But yeah, I had
oh.
the same thought. I was driving down Guadalupe the other day.
Yeah.
And it's like I stopped there at a campus and I'm like, that kid looks like a 12-year-old Jonah Hill. You know, it's like walking across the street.
I
Yeah.
have a question for you. When did you start saying Guadalupe?
I've always said that.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I
We were
adapt.
ta- you thought-
I adapt to my surroundings. I'm like
Okay,
a
no, that's
chameleon.
fair.
So it's Menchak.
Unless I live in Chicago, then I'm fucked.
I don't know. I expect you to say Guadalupe. For
There's
some
the
reason.
Man Shack. There's so
yeah.
yeah. Let's talk about. Normally it's Guadalupe, but here
Yeah.
people
It's
call it
Guadalupe.
Guadalupe or Guad or the Drag. If you're
No
really
one calls
cool.
it Quad.
People call it Quad.
Fucking
No, no
douchebags.
one calls it quad.
no one
People
calls
on
it-
campus call it Guad.
No.
So
I was on
fucking
campus.
douchebags.
that
I
we just
never
really hate.
once called
Yeah,
it quad.
I'm just saying that those
Jack, when were
terrible
you on
people do
campus?
say it.
From 2000 to 2005.
Okay, so a lot of time passed after that.
Roughly 30 years has passed between then and now.
It's a whole new world down there.
It's like time just accelerates.
Man, it's sad. All the arcades are gone. I feel so fucking old being around college now. Being around UT, it's so weird. Like there were 3 arcades when I was going to school there. There was Einstein's, Lay Fun, and the one that was in Dobie, and they're all gone now. Like they still have Arcade UFO, but that's it. And that's
Then that's not even on the
That's
track.
not even
That's
near
like-
campus.
Yeah, it's like off of Speedway, right? Like
Yeah.
further north.
Yeah.
If for any of you interested in arcade history in Austin, Texas, you'll
Yeah,
enjoy
feel free.
that portion of the podcast. Arcade UFO is a fun place. We filmed part of the Atari kit there. That's where we filmed the DDR training scenes.
Did you guys have
in
to?
there.
You had to turn off the air for sounds. It was just like
It was miserable.
sweaty.
Oh, Jesus.
The machines were still on and everything.
Wasn't that
was
just a
like hot.
montage anyway? Like there wasn't actually any.
Yeah, after the fact, it turned into a montage.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
so it was.
Yeah, Arcade UFO is one of the first places to get Street Fighter 4 in America. There were like 8 places in America.
Yeah, I
that
think
Street Fighter
it got
4.
it like the same week that it came out in Japan. Like
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
really,
wow.
really fast.
Yeah. I mean, there were like 8 places in America got it because there's 8 arcades left in America. Basically, is what it is. Actually, they opened up the joystick or not joysticks, the pinballs arcade in Buda.
Is that open now?
Yeah, it's
They call
open.
They call it Pinball's Kingdom.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like in that an old
It's like a castle.
roadside diner that looks like a castle.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they've got like mini golf and an arcade, and I think they have go karts as well.
Really? Go
Yeah.
karts.
I know what I'm doing for my
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you guys want to do after
You had
this?
me at go karts.
That was the last thing.
Except it's in Buda.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That's right. We're not down south anymore.
yeah.
Dang it.
It's not just down the road.
weird.
We're northeast.
Yeah.
I can't think of the last time I went to an arcade. I think it might have been when we were filming the Atari Kid,
You
but
counted
before
Dave
that,
Buster's?
I haven't
Good
been
old
to Dave & Buster's in
D&B?
forever. You like Dave & Buster's? I feel like I
don't care.
I don't like the games.
I've only been there once. It was like, eh.
Yeah.
What was your
I-
favorite game at the arcade?
Time Crisis.
Favorite game? Time Crisis is a good one.
Time Crisis, I can't
That's a good. That's a good
Yeah.
answer.
The mechanism of the gun, the slide on
Oh,
the
that
gun.
was so
broke.
great.
No, it was great. It
I
felt
know.
so
Yeah,
good.
the ones I went to were shitty and it was always broken.
Dude, Time Crisis
Well, I was
2
the one
was
that broke
so
it,
much
though.
better, though.
Time Crisis
Time Crisis 2 is
really
like
good.
the co-op or like 2
Yeah.
different perspectives.
you do the
So.
Did you ever play both at the same time? Is
Yes.
that what you're
Yes.
saying?
I was about to say that, and then there's. I would do.
You
I
have
was
to, like,
more of a.
stand on it and kind of like waddle.
I was more of a House of the Dead guy.
Sure.
And that's when you do you hold it, if you're right-handed, you hold the gun in your right hand and you take your finger and just go tick, 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 tick,
Yeah,
tick, tick,
we
tick,
should do it all the
tick,
time.
tick, tick. Oh my
That's
god.
why they broke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Now I just look like a Nazi.
I don't know what my favorite game when I was younger was. It might have been like Operation Wolf. I
Yeah.
really liked.
Nice.
Street Fighter 2 I played a lot of.
Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat 2. I remember playing a shit ton of that. But I when I worked at the arcade, we had the 8-player Daytona USA that had like the hydraulic cars that would actually move with you and stuff.
And it had the one that was always broken.
Yeah, absolutely.
That, like,
but
the fat
that was
kids
so
did.
much fun, man. I still know like all the tracks in Daytona. I know all the manual shifting and stuff on that. It's pretty sad.
That was always really fun, but I always felt like every time you saw one of those big Daytona installations, one of them was always fucking broken.
Yeah. Or it was like tilted to the side. You have to play it sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the car only worked in reverse.
Yeah.
I can never do the motorcycle races where you sit on the actual motorcycle
those
and you
are
have to
awesome.
lean. I would just go gunk, and just lean to one side.
fall over.
When I play Silent Scope.
Silent Scope was good, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Silent Scope
Because you
was
actually
good.
like the sniper.
Yeah.
When I was in Australia for PAX Australia last year, we went to the arcade in the Crown in Melbourne, and they had an arcade Mario Kart set up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
So when I was a kid, my parents like randomly took me to the mall, and I was like, why am I going to the mall? I'm not popular. Like, there's no reason to go to the mall.
Your parents, though, they were really popular.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
They were dragged. They wanted to go and they had to bring you.
And Nintendo like came through with Double Dash and had set up 8 stations where you could play Double Dash arcade style. It was the best thing of my entire fucking life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was the best thing in your
Yes.
entire fucking life.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Similar story, except it was Pokemon trading cards, and they had a Pikachu Beetle parked at South Park Mall in San Antonio. I think it was South Park.
Did you ever do the trading card league?
I think I wanted to, and my dad was like, "No."
No. My parents said yes.
I don't know. I remember being really into the card game, and I
Yeah.
tried to play with my brother, who's 4 years younger than me, and he was just like, "What's an energy card?" And I just, "Oh, you're worthless." I couldn't do anything
plebe.
with them. Terrible.
Yeah, I was that
What
kid.
a loser.
I went to tournaments and stuff.
Why weren't you popular?
Yeah. I was running the time Yu-Gi-Oh came around, and I really became
okay.
unpopular.
Oh God.
Man.
So you have a 4-year difference with your brother?
Yep. 4 years and 1 day.
Wow.
We get along really well though. Aside from that one
Nothing.
stairs incident.
That's great. That's an animated adventure, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, my parents on my birthday, like the day before he was born, gave me a present that was like signed from him, and it was like, look, your baby brother you're gonna meet tomorrow got you a present for your birthday, and I think that was what set in stone. Where I was like, okay, this new kid's gonna be all right. The
pretty
Dallas
smart.
Cowboys is a football team. I will wear this shirt.
What month were you born in?
April.
Is your parents' anniversary in July?
I don't think so. I've tried to do that.
some
Trust
math.
me.
Doing some reverse
math.
I was like beautiful minding this shit like 9 years ago. Like, okay, why? What do the dates mean?
Very patriotic.
There's
Like,
like one date on the calendar that like is red and like glowing, and your parents are like, we're gonna get our fuck on all day, and we're gonna make some babies.
Enjoy Grandma, Miles. We're gonna go do some other shit when you're gone.
Bust out the ball gag.
Oh my god! Come the fuck on.
That's what she said.
oh.
Is that you, Katie? Just from off camera. Thanks. Thank you very
Good
much.
Lord.
Cheers.
Something was happening.
Something was going on.
So
I guess.
these are Vitas. We suddenly have Vitas on the table. What the hell? Where did those come from?
That's what we were doing before we started.
Yeah.
So you're the 3 people who own Vitas now.
Yeah.
Wait, who's the third?
Gus.
Hey.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
You
That's
got it
right.
because of me.
No, I got it because of Kerry.
Yeah.
And I'm a sheep. I just follow him wherever
I was
he
thinking
goes.
about it. My friend Alex has one, and then you got it, and you showed me Destiny. I was like, fuck, I'm getting
And
one.
then you and Gray got it, and then
Yeah.
I was like, Vita, I don't really know. And then one day I went to go return a game. There was a GameStop like right down the street.
You're
I was
so
like,
fucking weak.
I was gonna. Well, no, it was because I bought
tell
Destiny,
a
and then I
story.
bought your legendary Destiny.
Yeah.
Which essentially, long story short, I was stuck with an extra copy of Destiny that I didn't want, so I went to go sell it to GameStop down the road. And on the drive over, I was like, okay, if they have the Vita Borderlands 2 bundle, which they probably won't, I'll get it. I asked. We have one copy left, and I'm like, it's Destiny.
Yeah. Get
and
it?
also Fates.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, the week
completely
before
dumb.
he was like, "Yeah, I like the Vita. I don't think I'm gonna get one." And then I get a text like a week later that's like,
I don't know what's
something.
I don't know what's
I've
happening.
done something
Something's
wrong.
happened to me. I'm in like a spendy mood, and I don't like it because I'm normally really good
You
with
finished
money.
work.
Oh,
That's what I always used to say when I was younger. Is I would work a lot because I knew if I was working, I wasn't spending money. And now you stopped
true.
the
We
most
finished-
important of your
we
work.
finished Crunch, and in my mind, I'm like, I deserve this.
So
and,
it's great that you guys have Vitas now, but the problem with them getting Vitas is I've become Vita tech support around here since I've had one the longest. So like at first, Kerry bought one. He's like, "Hey, Gus, I know you got remote play to work on yours, but it doesn't work on mine." So it's like, "All right, describe your home network to me." It's like, "All right, do this, do
You
this."
didn't roll your eyes when he said it to me. You were very nice
And then
then.
the next day, he comes like, "Yeah, it worked." And then
Fucking
a
fodder.
few days later, Miles
Miles
comes
shows
by.
up.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Because he came to me and he said, "Hey, Kerry, do you know how to get this work?" I said, "No, but Gus does."
Yeah.
And then you gave me some advice, and then I offhandedly mentioned like a day later, yeah, it didn't work, but I'll figure something out. But then you went out of your way and went on the Vita subreddit and sent me things. So that was your own doing.
It
Out of the kindness of your heart.
infuriated me that what I suggested to you didn't work, and I was like,
By the
"Why
way,
doesn't work?"
the link you sent me didn't work. I ended up in I ended up
Very
on
shocked.
like in tech
Fucking the
support
puppy just
with
died.
like the AT&T guy, and he was like walking me through all this shit. It now works seemingly everywhere but at this office. So I got to figure out what the
Our
fuck's
Wi-Fi
going
in this
on.
office is terrible though. So
I don't know.
Probably
I don't know
something
what
to
it
do with
is.
Call
We have a
out.
mystery to solve, gang. Jinkies.
But everyone else's Vitas work here, fine.
Yeah, mine
yeah,
works
fucking
fine.
rub it in. Thank
I
you
play
very
Destiny
much.
all the
Same.
time.
Yeah.
Don't
Well, in that
play
case, it's
Crucible
Miles.
on a Vita.
No.
Learn that the hard way.
We've been playing Persona. Persona's absorbed. How many days have you
hate
owned the
you.
game Persona?
I fucking hate you.
Probably less than a week, right?
So
Is when
wait.
I told you about it?
Let's just roll this back a bit.
All right, sure.
What is Persona? I hear people talking about it all the time.
All right,
This is an
so
asshole.
here's how I discovered Persona. When I worked at GameStop,
This is an asshole.
the most interesting thing to me was that people were like still constantly buying PS2 games, and there were 3 games that never went down in price. It was Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, and Persona 4. They were always $40-something, and I didn't get it. I didn't understand why, and I asked, and they're like, "Oh, you know, they're classics. Everybody should play these games." So when I saw that it was
Plastic, so
cheap,
let's fuck them.
yeah, dude,
They're dumb enough
don't
to
even get me
pay.
started on the shitty stuff that GameStop does. Yeah, so I saw that it was for sale cheap on PS3 one week or something, so I downloaded it, played it, got stuck on a boss, but I really enjoyed it. Told you about it,
You're a
not
motherfucker.
knowing that you have a problem when it comes to
Here's the thing,
JRPGs.
though. Here's the thing, though. You do know that.
But do I?
You know I have a very
I've never.
addictive
No.
personality.
Well,
Okay.
you have an addictive personality.
So
I didn't know.
I
how
asked
bad.
what Persona is, and I just heard it's a JRPG.
Yes,
Yes.
it's a
There you
JRPG.
go.
Okay.
It's a JRPG
It's
where
a-
half the game is like a social simulator where you go around making friends in high school and like trying to go on dates and all this stuff. And then depending on how strong your social links are with people in the real world, when you go into this other world,
Wait. Okay, in the real world, in the game.
In the game,
Okay,
in the
okay.
game.
Yeah,
Sorry,
which
sorry.
Is the real world.
real
my
Persona
real world.
world. It's his world. Then there's another world in Persona that when you go into it, shut up. That when you go into it, you like summon monsters and it's a turn-based strategy game.
It's Final Fantasy.
The strength of your monster is dependent on the strength of your friendships back in Persona Real World.
Wow.
So it's half.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon,
Does that sound
whatever,
awesome?
And the other half
No.
is
You hang out with
simulator
your
stuff.
friends and they become stronger.
Why weren't you
But they're not
popular,
real
Kerry?
friends.
No, he's compensating now.
He's
Like, I'm going to be
My
dick
dick
oriented
friends.
all
I
of
got-
these people.
Oh,
then they're
no,
gonna be
no.
monsters, and we're going to go into the turn.
Let me
so
assure
many
you.
friends now.
Let me assure you. Carrie's not shooting for I'm going to be best friends. Carrie's shooting for I'm going to have sex with this character. As am I.
Yeah.
That's our goal right now. Fuck beating the game. Beating the game to us is hooking up with one of these girls in the
Yeah.
game, and it
don't
makes me
even-
sad now that I say that out loud.
We
Yeah.
don't even know that you can.
We don't. No,
You guys are both in serious relationships, right? Like
Oh,
you both,
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah, not
we're
a
there.
Vita, though. It's different.
Look,
Are
this
you-
is what.
are you
That's
disappointed?
not
me.
new relationship on the go. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Stacey and Aaron can't be here every day.
The character's not named Kerry.
Really? I named mine Miles.
No, I named nothing.
What'd you name your character?
what's your character name?
After the main character from Final Fantasy VIII.
You are. Oh my God.
Oh, wait. That's
Oh.
yes, Squall
Your
Lionheart,
char-
right?
Oh yeah. You know that cool kid in high school, Squall? Everybody
Yeah.
loves it.
Yeah, dude.
You know, the football player, Squall.
Yeah. He hangs out with birds a lot. Shut up. But you're an asshole because you showed me this game.
Well, see, here's the thing. Okay.
I'm just gonna drink
Whenever
What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah.
Whenever I'm thinking about making a somewhat irresponsible decision, like purchasing something or like going out and no, you don't convince me to go out.
don't go
at night.
out places.
You and Kyle are always the ones that are like, oh, just get it, just
Yeah.
do it. So it's really, really great to be an outsider now looking in on this same problem.
Dustin will not specifically come up to me when he wants to buy something but feels like he shouldn't because he knows I'll just tell him, just buy it. Just do it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm that person.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Is that why you're wearing red? You're like the little devil on
Yeah.
people's
We're all wearing
shoulders.
red.
Oh yeah.
We're going to fucking die.
Did y'all
apparently.
coordinate that?
No.
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 Maybe.
I'm gonna go change while you're doing an ad read.
Thanks for the clarity on that.
Yeah.
Why'd y'all get those stupid little handles
I have
for your
big
Vita?
person hands.
They're called
okay?
Vitas, Gus.
Hey, shut up.
We
I don't know, I
discussed
just
this
got it.
already.
You're the minority here.
It's a little more comfortable.
hold
It's,
that.
you definitely can't put it in your fucking pocket. Like
Yeah.
this was
I just bought it today. He said it was very comfortable.
yeah.
This actually is
I
pretty
put
comfortable.
20 hours into Persona already. I needed.
Yeah, how
I
many
needed
days have
some-
you owned that game?
Less than like a week.
Yeah.
Gus,
I'm
erase their save.
proud.
Erase their saves.
Fucking tell- I have passcodes on this.
That
You can't
shit's
get
back
into
up
it
to the
'cause my
cloud.
email's
You
on it.
can't do shit.
You put your email on there?
Yeah.
Why'd you put your email on there?
Because the other day,
An idiot.
I was playing and then I missed like 5 really important emails because I was playing my game. So
Because apparently your phone doesn't tell you.
I silenced my phone because it was a day where I got 32 Xbox emails and I just didn't want to listen to it. So
Because you can't set up a filter for that. Even
if
if
you
I
had,
fucking
wait. Let me explain the flaw in your logic here.
there's several, so
If
we'll
you
be
had
here a
32
while.
emails you were trying to ignore, and those emails all came to your Vita, you'd have been ignoring them anyway.
It's true.
Fuck.
Logic. Get
Logic
that
bomb.
shit off there.
Yeah, I need to put some filters on.
I've been offering to filter his email for like a year.
No,
now.
you haven't.
I absolutely
Just
have.
do it.
Bullshit.
Do it in Gmail. It all goes through Gmail.
I said that I would
So
set up
easy to
filters,
set up.
but you said that you were too afraid that you were going to miss something really important from the Xbox email.
Okay, now this conversation's going
Yeah, it
back
does,
to me.
doesn't it?
Okay, you know what? I'll let you set it up for me.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
And then you can be the hacker hacking
I'll be
into
the hacker
our
again, yeah.
Xbox Live accounts.
Yeah. Fucking watch out. Hack the planet.
We got anonymous Luna over here.
Crash override. Oh, good lord.
I mean, I saw an interview with the director of the FBI on 60 Minutes yesterday. That, by the way, that statement makes me the oldest person on the internet. And it was really funny listening to him talk about the internet and cybercrime.
God.
I mean, it's like
a series of tubes type situation.
no, it wasn't that bad. But he's like, all cyber criminals are wearing pajamas and in their basements. It's like, are we really? Is that really the stereotype we're still perpetuating?
If you break into a basement, you see somebody in pajamas. Punch them in the face.
They're not jerking it. They're criminals.
Yeah.
Dude, I think your friend of a friend was a hacker.
He was
If they pull up their pants really fast, they're jerking it. But if they don't, they're hackers.
They're in the Pentagon.
There were no pants in that room. I don't even know how we got in there.
He's a super hacker.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, it's stuff
He
like
hacked his
that.
pants
Like,
away.
He took his pajamas off so he wouldn't look suspicious.
well, like
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, we almost made Gus lose it.
His balls don't look suspicious at all.
That's one of my goals in life is to get you to lose whatever it is you're drinking.
Oh my god, that was close. That was really close.
I'll get you one day, Sorola.
Get you next time, Sorola.
Yeah, it's sad that like the video game stereotypes, like they're they live in their parents' basement playing video games all day or hacking. Apparently, it's like how
Or
we not
Game Genie.
Have we not got past that now? Like we're beyond that, right? Like
Apparently not. We just have to wait for a few more generations of people to die, and then we'll be fine.
Well, you think that people would realize that it's potentially organized crime. Big
the
enterprises,
Russians, man.
and who are working very diligently and very professionally at this. It's not just necessarily the casual
I saw Live
basement
Free Die
dweller.
Hard. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, he rolls out the keyboard.
Yeah, he's got that. Can I be honest with you? When I saw it in theaters, I was like, "Oh, he's such a legit hacker."
Can I be honest with you? I priced those out after I saw that movie. It was
ever see
$10
Live
more
Free
than
Die
I would
Hard?
have spent.
Unfortunately, I did.
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The organized hacker crime. What you said. That thing.
Yeah, pants, pajamas.
wait, is Live Free Die Hard? Is that the Kevin Smith one or the Justin Long one, or is that the one?
The
before?
fourth one, yeah,
It's
Justin
the
Long.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was fourth.
Yeah, Kevin Smith was like the big hacker in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Then
Wait,
what was
Kevin
then the
Smith?
Yeah,
most
he's
recent
in it,
one was
right?
a
was it
good
Justin Long?
A Good Day to Die
a good
Hard.
day to die hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Justin Long was not his son, but it was like the guy in the car with him. Like he's
Yeah,
somehow,
I don't
know. There's
But
a Flyleaf song.
or they go and like hang out with Kevin Smith.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
like,
the hacker.
yeah,
Is he?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's another guy who had a keyboard. I don't know.
No, that was the bad hacker.
It was Keyboard Cat.
Kevin Smith was like the good hacker. He
Yeah.
was like the wizard or something.
Yeah.
He was perpetuating the stereotype. He
Yeah.
was the dude that was in the basement. Fucking Hollywood isn't even on our side. Bullshit.
Hollywood
We
on
need some
anybody's
hackers to
side?
get them.
Nobody's on our side except those people wearing pajamas in their basements.
Yeah.
Wearing those Guy Fawkes masks.
Remember.
V for Vendetta.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this thing here. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by. So I saw Gone Girl in the theaters this weekend, and then like as soon as I was done watching the movie, I went ahead and went straight and downloaded the audiobook.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Yeah. Did
you
you
like
all
the
see
movie?
it
I haven't
in the
seen it
theater?
I've heard it's okay. I've heard it's like really like trying too hard.
I want to watch
I
it
heard
just
it was
because it's
really
Fincher.
It's pretty good.
I've heard good.
Okay.
I think if some
How is
we
the
could
soundtrack?
talk more about it.
Opinions.
Not in front of the camera because it's
still a brand
it's
new
still
movie.
a brand new movie. I don't want to say anything that would
Guys,
potentially
how's the
spoil it.
soundtrack?
I don't remember it.
Okay.
Why did I- sounds
It's Trent
fantastic.
Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Oh, okay. Now I'm interested.
Was it Social Network, right?
Yeah.
It was probably
fucking
good.
good.
And
Yeah, and,
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
And a little
music
thing
for
called
that.
That
Nine
was
Inch
one of my
Nails.
the first trailer for Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I feel like was one of the best trailers I'd seen in forever. Because every trailer now is boom, line of dialogue, giant robots, and then explosions, building action, and then title, and then there's like the smarmy line at the end.
That's Gone Girl, right? I mean,
I don't know. But the
Giant robot.
fucking the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo was that cover of God damn it.
Pilgrim Song.
I don't know,
Whatever
but it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
It was
No,
just like a
Immigrant
music
Song.
Immigrant
video,
Song, thank you.
essentially. It was fucking awesome.
Look.
Those are immigrants.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just like tracked and it
They
was
played on Plymouth Rock. Don't you remember? They had a concert there.
That's why it's called rock and roll now.
Yeah, exactly. Because they rolled off.
They rolled off of England right into the United
Yeah.
States. Yeah.
Yeah.
they were like
I fucking hate myself now.
The Pilgrim song.
Columbus is in there just fucking rocking out. All right.
Fucking slating.
they came to the land of the ice and snow and shit, man. It was crazy.
We come from the land of mild weather.
Hey man, the Northeast
Decent
is
summers.
wild.
So, like these guys mentioned earlier, we do have a couple of visitors. I don't know if we're ready to show them or if they want to talk at all. But we have a couple of our people who donated to the Laser Team Indiegogo here in the studio watching us record the
Some
podcast.
exec producers. We had one hang out with us at Achievement Hunter all day today. Noah.
Was it one of these? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No wonder I didn't see all day. I didn't see him until like we were getting ready to come on the podcast.
Yeah, we tied him up to a chair. Jeff was out today, so we just tied him up to Jeff's chair. Then we took him to Rudy's.
Like,
and that was good.
actually, did you have to wheel the chair there?
Yeah, just rolled him into the car.
Give him barbecue.
Yeah, but no, it was cool. It was a lot of fun, and so
So you guys are more important than us.
Yeah.
You're
Basically.
executive producers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I be an executive producer?
Yeah.
Yeah, cough
on,
up.
on credits, they go above us.
Okay. Wait a minute. Am I executive producer? Bernie left.
Chelsea's giving you a hard no. In your fucking dreams.
I can fucking hear her earrings
Shaking
from
her
here,
head.
shaking her head.
Would I have to pay?
Yeah.
Like, what if? Could I go on an installment plan? Just take a portion of my
Yeah.
paycheck.
Do you guys just want to split it? We'll be on one long
Yeah.
line.
Co-executive
what's our name?
producers.
Jerry.
No. You're still one line.
No, that's I was
Jerry
humoring him. No, we'll be on one line. It's gonna be like one person's name, four people's names.
I thought we had to pretend to be one person.
No.
All right, so we got
Can we all be in a trench coat
Noah
with
and
us on
Ryan,
top?
I believe.
James, right?
James, damn.
Close.
I think of Ryan's name.
Well, yeah, so yeah, Ryan's real name.
Yeah.
Way to cover.
Noah and James visiting over here.
Hello.
Wave to the camera. You're on camera.
Oh, nailed
Welcome. Where are you guys from?
I'm from Pflugerville.
No, you didn't come very far. What about you?
I'm sorry.
I'm at Fort Hood.
Okay, so
he's
not very far
clean.
either.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
welcome.
those flights were just nightmares.
Did y'all have to connect through Chicago?
Chicago.
I said Chicago.
I know.
I said it right. Yeah, so thanks for the support. Thanks for coming out. You know, we really appreciate the support in making the movie or in making the film. We couldn't do it without you guys.
Is the podcast everything you've hoped so far?
Hope so far.
Good job.
That's a hard
Whatever.
no.
I
Again
give
from
up.
Chelsea.
Again, I'm just gonna keep drinking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good.
The guys with guns just off screen really got them. Say yes.
So we've had a couple of people, not very many. We're just starting to see the people who were executive producers and had those various levels of Indiegogo rewards start to come in.
Yeah.
But I think this is the first time we've had people sit into the podcast. Is it the first time? I'm looking at Chelsea.
think so.
Chelsea's saying yes.
Yeah, James actually he came to visit me in Australia when I was there. Like he brought me some Bundaberg when I was in Australia, and I was like, he's like, you might not remember me. And I was like, wait, oh shit, I remember the one American guy who came by. So I was like, yeah, I remember you, and so it was pretty cool. The Bundaberg, the beer, right?
No, it was
Okay.
the Krabby's ginger beer.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So not Bundaberg. Bundaberg's the rum. You brought me something though. It was tasty. They do ginger beer as well. Okay, so I'm getting it all confused.
So you met him in Australia?
Yeah. I met him in Australia because you were in
Small
Australia. Well, you're on deployment, right? In Australia, or
Well, I was deployed, but it was for a year, so that was my R&R to break up the year-long deployment. I was given 2 weeks off, so I went to PAX in Australia.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
yeah,
That's awesome. That's a good trip.
So that's pretty kick-ass.
All right. Well, I want to keep you guys in front of. I want to let you guys sit down again. So
Yeah.
So I want to say thanks again. We really appreciate it. And to all you suckers who didn't support the Indiegogo, you suck.
Yeah.
We're still making the film. You can't stop us. We're working on it now as we speak. This film is going to happen.
Whether or not you want it to, it's gonna happen.
It's like that train from that one movie.
The Train That Couldn't Slow Down. Love that movie.
Yeah.
It was robbed at the Oscars.
Yeah. It's a long title, but I think it's through.
We're all like, I think I can, and then it happens, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel like I see
Dead people.
Money Train on cable channels all the fucking time. Like all weekend long, Money Train is on a channel somewhere.
Money Train.
It's the Wesley Snipes movie from the late 90s. They decide the Money Train. So, okay, let me explain.
right.
Was it
to you.
Wesley Snipes and what's his name? Woody from Cheers? Woody Harrelson?
Wesley Yeah, I think so.
I think Woody Harrelson's in
yeah.
it too. Yeah.
So, the New York subway
All right.
takes a lot of money in
Okay.
for people to ride the subway.
Right. Makes sense.
There's one train that collects all the money from all the different subway stations and then takes it from the subway to the bank.
That makes
And
a lot of
That's the
sense.
money
That's
train,
the money
and they're
train.
going to rob it.
That sounds like a good idea, actually.
This is pre-hackers.
We should do this.
See, this is all right. So this
Hack
makes
the
me
planet.
nervous because JJ's been coming up to me. He's like, "Hey, I want to get you on Screenplay," and I'm always like busy with stuff, but it looks like I might be able to do it sometime in the future, potentially with K Shaw.
Something was not right about this beer.
Oh, is that a Shiner?
Yeah.
I peed in those, all of them.
Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah, JJ keeps asking me to be on Screenplay. I don't know. I don't know anything about
fine.
movies or anything.
Are you not like a big
Did
movie
you get an
watcher?
RTF degree?
I did. Yeah, and I got made fun of it all throughout college. They would be like, "Oh man, I love classic movie," and I'd be like, "What's that?" and then I'd be shamed forever.
Jokes on them. You still got a degree.
Right? Fuck you. But no, I know dick about celebrities. I don't know shit about movies or anything. I've been part of the T of RTF. I like the television stuff. By that I mean like Cartoon Network, Toonami,
Anime.
But no, I'm really worried that I'm just gonna come off as like the biggest idiot.
So I'm going to be on Screenplay this week. So if you've never seen it and you like me, hey, who doesn't? You can watch Screenplay. We're streaming it Tuesday at 4 p.m. and then of course it goes up for view and download the next day. So I'm going to be on there. We're going to be launching some new promotional social stuff.
Like you said,
so
Wesley.
if you've never tuned in before, you should tune in for some interesting social engagement.
Just to give you a clue as to how out of touch I am with everything about this, you said that movie is with
Whoa.
That movie is
Elmer Fudd.
Wesley Snipes. And in my brain, when I searched in Wesley Snipes in my brain came up with, I think he's black. That's what my brain came up
Wesley
with.
Snipes were like Blade or White Men Can't Jump.
What is that?
No, I thought he was black.
Wait, Woody Harrelson was also in that movie, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
I know who
They
Woody
really
Harrelson
like
is.
each other,
I
apparently.
interviewed him one time and he was kind of a dick. I remember
See,
that.
Woody Harrelson or Wesley
Yeah,
Snipes?
it really disappointed. I was really
So
sad.
when you think of him,
Woody Harrelson or Wesley Snipes?
Woody Harrelson, what do you associate him with?
I associate him with
Here's the thing,
Zombieland.
not Cheers.
Oh,
Yeah.
He doesn't watch. He's never seen like any old TV shows. He's never seen Three's Company.
Okay, so yeah, when he brought up Cheers, I said, "Is that the one with the bar?"
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm
He
not a touch
constantly-
Television
You said
guy.
T, yeah.
I know.
Lying asshole.
It's a very limited scope.
He constantly sings the Three's Company theme
I've never
song.
seen an episode.
He's
of
never
Three's
seen
Company.
a fucking
But,
episode.
one day I just woke up. I was like, "Come on, I'm gonna do
I
it."
fucking hate.
The ghost of John Ritter is haunting you.
He doesn't know who
basically.
John Ritter is.
Who's that?
Yeah, yeah. This has come up before.
Three's
Yeah.
Company or Problem Child? His heart
never-
exploded.
There's an episode
soon.
of Three's Company where this wasn't caught. It was in syndication for years. I think this episode was in syndication for over 10 years. Where there's an episode where he's wearing
Jack Tripper.
he's wearing some
the main
short
character.
shorts, and he sits down on a bed, kind of like a little open, and you can just see his balls just hanging out on the side of the shorts. And I think someone caught it like on a Nick at Night rerun.
Yeah.
or something.
That was about the time I was watching it.
Well, you were like, you
That's my
told me
first
you
ball.
fucking love Nick at Night.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid,
Andy
Nick at Night
Griffith
come on, I was
Show.
like, well,
Yeah.
television's over.
No. Every night I watch Nick at Night. and
Yeah,
TV
like
Land,
Dobie
all that
Gillis
shit. Yeah.
and like all
Watch
seen
cartoons when
My
I turn
Three
off
Sons?
television.
yeah,
I've seen every episode of Cosby Show, MASH, Three's Company, Cheers, Frasier.
What's your degree in, Kerry?
Nothing.
You should get his
degree's
degree.
in capital T.
Yeah, you should get his degree. You should just take it from him.
I'm going to read you
forcibly.
the synopsis for Money Train that's on IMDb. Money Train is rated a 5.5, by the way.
Out of 10?
Yes.
No, out of 5.
It's that good. A vengeful New York transit cop decides to steal a trainload of subway fares. His foster brother, a fellow cop, tries to protect him. Money Train.
I'm
Can't wait.
sold.
I want to see that movie now.
Coming summer 1995.
Now, see, you asked about Woody Harrelson. You said, like, what do you know him from?
Yeah.
I'm thinking the Reddit AMA he did.
Oh, there's that too. Yeah.
yeah. Where
Yeah.
this fell apart, and people still reference
What was the name of that
shit.
movie? It started with a B.
Rampart.
Oh, Ramp.
Yeah.
Something looks like an R. If you just got the little bottom part.
It's
Missing
like-
the bottom
it's
part.
Second good save of the evening,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
It's like a B they didn't finish.
That was one of those things where, like, clearly his PR agent didn't know what the hell they were getting themselves into, and
No.
then it just all went to
Guys,
shit.
let's just-
He's also never seen the internet, apparently.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
Those tubes.
These Cheers, man.
But
Go. I hate you. Just go watch Cheers.
I don't,
it's a good show.
It was a
Dude,
good
All
show. I
in
don't know
the
if that would
Family.
hold up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you got Frasier came out of that, and like Ted Danson was
Oh my
awesome.
God, Frasier, dude.
I don't know. There's a lot.
I just
lot-
like rewatched all of Frasier over the last 2 months.
man.
Really? Man, you really are. Like, I didn't know this about you, Kerry. I've known you a long time. I didn't realize you were such, like,
an old man.
a television hound.
Yeah, I just like fucking grew up on old TV shows. Like that. I have the fucking box set of MASH at my desk over
cool.
there.
I never could get into MASH.
It's
Hot
like
Lips.
he's got the biggest.
I like
brain
Alan
for it.
Alda a lot.
I watched The Three Stooges. That's old TV. I watched.
really old TV.
I
That's
watched.
old film, isn't it?
Yeah.
I watched
it's
The
old.
Three Stooges growing up. I watched the old Godzilla movies.
Did
I
you
watched
watch old game shows?
I watched I watched Password. I watched the shit out of Password.
Password's awesome.
I will watch.
It's like a starter show, but yeah, sure.
I Dream of Jeannie. I saw a few episodes of I Dream of Jeannie and I Love Lucy.
Dude, big bucks in the whammy.
I watched a bunch of black and white shit.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch.
I Dream of Jeannie's
after
good.
that.
You said big bucks, no whammies. Have you ever heard the story about the guy who figured out how the press your luck machine works?
Yeah.
I have, but I remember nothing about it. So you can say it
He
again.
There's a pattern.
It was
Yeah.
it was a big screen, and the lights would
I
change.
remember watching those episodes.
He realized there was a pattern to the way the lights moved, and that if he saw one light come on then another, then he just had to wait like a certain number of light movements, then he would hit it and he would land on money every
Who's the
time.
guy
It was
that-
either money or money plus a spin. So he would never hit a whammy, and most of the time he'd end up with another spin and just keep going.
And he just
Yeah.
fucking amassed so much money. And
Who's the guy on Jeopardy that won for like a month straight?
Ken Jennings?
Yeah, he was like the Ken Jennings of
Kind of.
Pressure
Well,
Luck.
I mean, but this guy, like, he had figured it out. Like, he broke
that's
the
crazy.
system. And where it was the point where, and I give credit to the show because they ran the episode and they paid the guy.
Yeah.
Because they've been like, fuck you, you broke this thing. And they're like, but they actually paid the guy and they said, all right, congratulations. And then they fixed
the
it
fuck
from that
outta
point
here.
on.
Yeah.
So,
Do you remember the whole controversy? Did you guys watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire back when in its prime with Regis?
Yep.
They did there was that one millionaire question where somebody coughed like
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
audience.
Oh, really?
And that, like I remember just awful television. Just they wouldn't let that story go. It was like you
Yeah.
can slow down this. Like, would you hear the cough? And now look at his eyes. His eyes are suddenly looking to the right. Maybe
Wasn't
he
it
knows
like if it was
something.
like 3 coughs, it was C. If it was 1 cough, it was A.
Yeah, it was something like that.
yeah.
I don't remember what ended up happening with that. All I remember was it was a thing.
I remember fucking.
do you remember the guy who won?
I remember watching the first.
Do you remember what his name was?
No.
John Carpenter.
Really?
And he used his phone a friend to call his dad to say he was about to win $1 million.
that was
Yeah.
awesome.
That's like
That's
the
you know the
cockiest,
producer.
That was like
most
fucking
badass thing
baller
ever.
as shit.
Yeah.
All the people in Master Control were like, yes.
good television.
Yes.
Yeah.
Miles will never see this.
He will watch this on YouTube 15 years from now.
Yeah.
We don't know who Miles is yet, but this joke will make sense.
Somewhere out there, there's a 7-year-old boy. We're gonna
I was probably
Just
not
fucking
7.
sitting on the bathroom floor.
Either hacking or jerking.
One of the two for sure. Fucking had like a toy laptop that's just like move.
Yeah. You're a dirty cow.
Gus, are you watching any shows right now?
What about us?
I figured. Oh, yeah.
Right now, no. Bob's Burgers just started back up.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine started up
Brooklyn
again.
Nine-Nine
Did they have
just
a
started
comic?
up. What?
That Bob's Burgers has a comic.
It does?
I just bought it. Yeah, I was in the comic book store and I just saw Bob's Burgers. I was like, I'm buying every issue. Thank you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's about it. I'm watching House of Cards. I
Yeah.
never got into it.
I
previously.
heard good things about that. I
Yeah,
haven't
it's
seen it
it's pretty good.
either. Do you see Twin Peaks is coming back?
In 2016, right?
2016.
That's that restaurant, right?
I saw one episode
Yes,
of
that's a restaurant.
You
Kerry.
took me there.
I probably took you there at
Yeah.
one point.
David Lynch had been like kind of teasing it on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think was it last week or the week before?
I think so.
He said like it was time for the return of some damn good coffee or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And it was very.
And apparently it's like it's a true not sequel, but like they're picking up from where they left off.
that. Oh shit.
yeah.
That's
So it's like all the
crazy.
main characters from the show that I guess are still alive.
I've been to the town where they filmed a lot of that
Oh, really?
stuff. It's just east of Seattle. There's a small town called I think it's called Snoqualmie.
That was called Twin Peaks.
Bless you.
And yeah, thank you. Yeah, you like from like I don't know, was it Kirkland or Bellevue? You just drive east like another 30, 40 minutes, and like the big lodge with the waterfall and like all that shit's there. I went there
Wow.
at night and I was like, this all looks really familiar. Like, oh, holy shit, I'm in Twin Peaks.
dream?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
better Twin Peaks than like Shining. It's like I'm not staying in this hotel.
I stayed at a hotel like that once in San Francisco that looked like I was walking down a hallway to my hotel room and it had like that long carpet
Yeah.
and a mirror at the end of the hall. It's like, the fuck
Yeah,
is
there's
going
places like that
on?
in Vegas where it's like, oh god, this is a little spooky.
When I was
like
like
my nightmare.
11, we were in England, and we stayed at this bed and breakfast, and we got there. I'm like 11, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this place is haunted." I was like, "Oh cool, I'm not sleeping tonight." And then like, I get into my room, I'm by myself. The room is like smaller than this stage, like it's like the size of this carpet, and the only thing in there is a bed and a giant armoire that's closed. And I was just like,
Wait, a
I'm
giant-
gonna die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
cabinet thing. I was just like, I'm gonna die. Oh my god. And there's a door. There's one more door in there. I had no idea where it went. I was
But
so
you
lost.
barricaded the shit out
Oh
of it.
yeah, dude. And I just went to the bathroom. It's on the floor all
Old
night.
places oog me out, man. 'Cause
They oog you?
I think it ghosts.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my one irrational fear is
Would,
ghosts.
would even new places freak you out? Because like if there was a ghost, it would still be there even if they tear down a place and build
That's
a new
almost
place.
worse
though.
because then it's angry.
Right.
Because like you just
Then
Yes.
it's disoriented. it
yeah,
has to learn
but
its way
then at
around.
that point, I have all these touchscreen things and modernized things to distract
Air
me from my fear.
conditioning.
Air conditioning.
yeah.
You know, I just bought a house and I was thinking about it. Like, this house was built like, you know, in '91, so it's like, or in 2001. I'm like, okay, I know no
91.
one.
That's
it's like
me.
I was like, I know no one's died in this house.
I do that
That's
all the
actually, That's like,
time.
okay, I'm good.
How do you
for
know?
that.
How do you know who's died in that house?
Because I bought it from the original owners. So they
tell you?
built the house.
Yeah, they specifically say nobody's died in this house.
No, well, legally they have to tell you.
Do they?
Really?
Unless
They do.
they committed the murder.
wait, is that a thing? They
Yeah,
have to tell
and
you?
when you're buying a house, if someone died in the house, I think within the last 5 years they have to disclose it.
So the house was built more than 5 years ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
so,
well, but I bought it from the original owner, so unless you know they rented it to someone and then they
What if
died
one of their mothers
6 years ago?
was staying with them?
and killed someone else.
I was gonna say died of natural causes, but
You know. What? You never heard of Murder
Graham's
Mom?
a psycho.
Is that another show I missed out on?
Yeah. See, Murder Mom
So-
every Thursday night.
it was after Cosby.
On Fox.
That would be a fuck.
But-
Just Bill Cosby would like pop up in the middle of it.
That's
what Bill Cosby.
Is
Yeah,
that your
he-
Bill Cosby?
He like does the sweater
like,
dance. He does the sweater dance.
He's eating some pudding.
Yeah.
Was it the sweater dance or was that? I don't know.
That's Cosby. Yeah.
It just looked like some sort of disability.
That looked like a truffle
thing. I'm
shuffle
gonna
or
be
something. I'm not sure what was
100%
going
honest
on
with
there.
you.
well, like keep my arms.
Yeah, if your shirt was in your hands,
You
that's
a
the truffle shuffle.
Tyrannosaurus? I don't
Yeah. Bill Cosby.
Is he that
It's like
old?
the opening of the
Yeah.
show.
Do you think he's gonna be like frozen in pudding when he dies?
Yep, that's how he's gonna go out.
I had a conversation with
I think
somebody.
that's,
the other
that's
day
how
about
he's
that.
gonna die.
It's just
actually.
like Walt Disney.
Yeah.
He's like
They're gonna freeze his head and
He's like,
put
we're
it-
gonna take his head, put it in pudding, ship it to Antarctica. In like thousands of years, aliens are gonna come. They're gonna find a head embalmed in pudding,
Yeah.
and like Cosby's true purpose will be revealed.
He'll be like zip zop zoobity bop, and they'll be like someone that speaks our language.
And we're speaking English now.
Oh, it was a joke. Go fuck yourself.
They'd be like a ghost.
Oh, my
It's like
God.
They'd be like,
Galaxy Quest.
somebody
They
died in
learned
his
from-
house.
Pass me another one of those beers. So
Don't drink the Shiner.
I don't know why
tastes bad.
that made me think about this, but I saw that the search for that Malaysia 370 started back up again.
Oh, did it?
This
yeah,
week?
I forgot about that.
They haven't searched for a couple of months. I think they stopped like in June or July.
I thought they found like a mass they thought it was. Like they thought they figured out where it
Isn't that what made
landed.
them stop? Yeah, they found something that
Yeah.
looked like it may have been it. Maybe.
They-
No,
Like,
I
it
think
was
they
enough
stopped
to-
because it was like
possibly.
a time of year when it was really bad weather in that area.
I was
and they
wondering
couldn't
what
search
makes them
anymore.
stop and then just decide to start. Like they were all sitting around, just like
you know,
we got nothing to do. You guys want to try and find that thing again?
I think it was a couple of things. Like it's the season where there was really bad weather, and they weren't sure who was going to pay for the continued
right.
search.
Oh.
So they had to work all that
I
stuff
mean,
out.
and I say this because it's shitty though, but like, aren't their chances completely just like lowered by stopping like that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how searching for planes work, but I feel like after months of not looking, it's not going to be easy to find.
Well, do you think the plane would continue to move? It's not a boat. It's not like it landed on the water and then kept
There's like
sailing.
tides and shit, you know.
Think of the floater.
I'm just blown away
What
that
about
like, the
Merman?
black box didn't have like a GPS on it, like independent of whatever else, like in the system.
Yeah.
Like that
supposed
shocks
to.
me.
Wait,
There's just like two. Yeah.
So like the black box, yeah, the black box is just a voice recorder and records a few like other bits of data, but there's no sensor on it that
wait,
will
really?
like.
There's no GPS thingy on it?
Yeah.
I thought that was like the point of the thing.
There
think
is.
so.
There's not. It's not GPS. I think a lot of times
There's
they're usually-
transponders on the plane.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, there's that. Well, sometimes they also have transponders, but you have to. It's more like a radar kind of thing, where it's like it searches out for it and it calls back.
Oh yeah, it like pings. It makes
Yeah,
like
but it's
a
not
noise that they
actually
look
like a
for.
GPS. Yeah.
So I
Miles
don't know.
does not like this.
Yeah, the black box is actually
saying
two
words
different
I don't know.
devices.
Why don't they just
Yeah.
throw an iPhone in there?
the
And do find me?
Throw a 5C in there.
Yeah.
find my
Guys, what's my
find
Apple
Malaysia
ID
370.
password? Lives are at stake.
Shit, guys, I wiped it.
But then all the plane's photos leak out like 6 months later, and it's like, oh man,
Too soon.
The plane's engine in
Yeah,
this
look at
picture.
Look at this fuselage, guys.
Fuck, what a whore.
Oh, that's a tailpipe.
Well, you're not into the tailpipe.
It's all covered in soot.
It's getting weird.
Get that shit bleached.
I was reading a list of inappropriate too soon Halloween costumes for this year.
Oh,
I saw that
yeah, there's some
thread.
good ones in there.
One of them was
Let me get my phone so I can write these down.
you could dress up like a cloud and then hand out pictures of naked celebrities.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought I was like, that's the greatest idea ever.
Yeah. Or
Carrie, give me some naked pictures.
That's you already have them.
All right, yeah, you're right.
Lots of tailpipes.
Just go watch Flubber. My favorite one of my other favorite ones from that thread was Halloween 2015.
Oh,
Too soon?
shut the fuck up.
Boo. Yeah, there were a lot of Robin Williams things in there,
Yeah,
and
of
it's like,
course.
nope, not gonna do that.
That's why I said flubber.
Yeah, I did. I went as Roy one year when Roy from Siegfried and Roy got bit in the throat by the tiger.
Too soon.
It was like a week after it happened, and I found
Had you already planned it? Or
No,
did you
no,
like,
I
I'm doing
I
this
found
now?
High five.
I found like this white jacket. I put like sequins on the shoulders, and I found like a little baby white tiger and pinned it to it, and then just covered myself in blood.
I was like, you
And
just dump ketchup
it
on
was,
yourself.
no, it was like 50-50. Like I went downtown and it was like high fives and people going oh, and like walking away from
Like
Yeah,
one dude
national
spat on
treasure.
it.
Yeah.
I think it was Siegfried.
He was
So-
not amused.
Could you imagine if you went to like a Halloween party and Siegfried was there and you
Yeah,
were
but-
like dressed as that?
Ooh, and just turn around and walk out.
Well, thanks for inviting me. I'm going to leave and never come back.
We were eating
Yeah.
a cheeseburger together and it spilled everywhere. This isn't what it looks like.
So I'm going to be in Australia for Halloween this year. I'm going to PAX Australia again, and Halloween falls during PAX Australia, and I'm like, should I dress up
That's
as something?
the ultimate time for an event. I've always wanted, like,
Do something on Halloween?
yeah, we talk, we're not going to do it, but we at one point talked about moving RTX to Halloween.
Oh, really?
Like when we first started it.
Oh, that'd have been cool.
Because we thought it's the ultimate way to get people to dress up for cosplay
Yeah,
because
for sure.
it's already Halloween. People already have an excuse
Yeah.
to dress up.
Halloween is just acceptable cosplay.
Right. It's like,
something-
God,
yeah.
it's such a fucking perfect time for an event. I'm so jealous that they do it on Halloween.
But so my question is, like, should I dress up? Like, should I do something over there or not?
Yes.
I
Just
don't
like
know.
Steve Irwin. Just get a manta ray and
That's
It's no
yeah,
longer
that's
too soon.
an American showing up in Australia dressed like Steve Irwin. That's gonna go over really, really well.
just get and be holding. Make sure you're holding a giant can of Foster's the whole time.
And
as
on the other hand,
with an Outback
Vegemite.
steak.
You might as well just dress as
Just
Jesus.
the bloomin' onion.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I need to figure out. I need to decide whether or not I'm going to do something.
What's the difference
so.
between Jesus and Australian Jesus?
One of
He's
them's
upside
Steve
down.
Irwin. That's what I was getting at.
Which way the cross is angled?
Yeah.
Because it's upside down.
Australian
There you go.
Jesus in America is satanic Jesus. Isn't that the thing? It's like,
What the fuck are you talking
It's like
about?
The Exorcist, right? There's an upside down
You
cross.
immediately started covering your tree.
Yeah,
He gave me a look. He gave me a look, and I was like, "Oh no, I said something dumb."
Yeah, you did.
Damage control. Damage control. This is why I don't want to be on screenplay.
Make it worse. Make it worse.
So it's not the fact you have
Yeah, guys,
no knowledge of
Exorcist.
movies or film. It's because you
Just
don't want
lack
to
of knowledge in general.
Okay.
I'm asked JT to bring up
I
all
was-
TV shows.
I was on a podcast back when we were still at the old office. It was myself, you, Bernie, you, and I think Gavin. And thank you. Yeah.
Wrong order.
Fuck you.
And you.
And I was pretty quiet for most of it. And afterwards, Bernie was like, "Hey man, you okay? I mean, you're pretty quiet on this podcast." And I was just like, "You started talking about computers, and I just had no idea what the fuck I could say to add to the conversation at all. I'm sorry."
We had like an hour and a half long discussion about computers.
Every time I was like, I was about to go in, and then Gavin would be like, "Oh, wait, hilarity," and then I'd be like, "Fuck!" I'd sit there and just try and think of like, "All right, what's a great joke?" And then it never came.
So you got to fucking just jump in there
Yeah.
and seize your time,
Yeah.
seize your moment.
Yeah, that's what I learned that day.
Heaven forbid you talk over someone in a podcast.
Yeah,
that would be a nightmare.
That hasn't happened this episode.
no.
For 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like energy, Red Bull.
You got to do the
I got
jazz
fucking
hands.
wings, man.
So yeah, you're going there for PAX Australia,
Yep.
end of October, and I'm going back for Supernova in Adelaide and Brisbane.
That's fun.
The end of November. So I'll be missing Thanksgiving. I'll be spending Thanksgiving down there.
See, that's like a real American holiday.
Do they have turkeys?
I went to Minecon when it was in Paris a couple
yeah.
years ago, and that was also like on Thanksgiving. Like I landed in Paris on Thanksgiving Day, and I thought, well, yeah, we're Minecon's at Disney. We're going to be staying at Disney. It's like surely the hotel will have I'm sure they cater to Americans. They'll have turkey or something.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh fuck
Katie just lied to me. I asked if they had turkeys, and she said no. I saw one when I was there. They had turkeys. That bitch.
When I was in
Fucking fat birds everywhere.
when I was in Paris, I had a salad, but instead of
why?
like normal salad dressing, it was just like covered in Dijon mustard. Yeah, that I saw it on the menu. I was like, I've got to try that. I'm sure
No.
it's not just straight Dijon mustard. I'm sure it's a dressing. No, it was like fucking straight Dijon mustard on lettuce. And I was like, this is.
How was it?
So you got two ingredients to a hamburger. Was essentially what you got.
Yeah,
You got a vegetarian hamburger with no bun.
it was rough.
the fuck?
So I'm curious to see what I eat for Thanksgiving in Australia this time.
Nice.
Wait, we're going to England. We're going to London.
Yeah, we're going to.
Fucking, this is a World Travelers podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited. I don't.
Pretty-
I've never
I'm
been.
soups excited.
So here's what excites me the most is normally when we go to a con, after the con's over, you're tired as hell and you want to play games.
Me
or something.
specifically?
Yes, you specifically.
Okay, thank
we
you.
are, but no, you specifically will be like, hey, I know we're tired, but we're here in X city. We're not here very often. You want to go out? And you're like,
Yeah, because you can't go out without me.
yeah, I can't. No, I can't. Here's why I'm excited.
Yeah.
You've been to England
Yes.
several times before.
Yes.
And you're going to show me the town.
Definitely.
Yes.
Because last time I was there, I was
You
16.
should go back to the haunted room.
Yeah, we should find it.
Block miles in.
Chelsea, can we change our reservation to
You
the
can
haunted?
finally find out what was behind that door.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dead
just-
bodies.
Just my friend sitting on the floor.
Just hacking away.
Yeah.
Lock it. What are you doing here?
They don't have locks in England. It's a very public country.
I want to go to Stonehenge.
Yeah, we're
That's
gonna
what I
do
wanna
it. We're just gonna drive
Yeah.
for like 3 hours and go to Stonehenge.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all will be there for MCM, which is
24th and
in,
26th.
in eastern London. It's in the Docklands area.
I don't know what that means.
It's
Yeah.
Is that the dangerous part of
It's,
England?
it's near Baker Street. Why could you even drink?
That's where Moriarty lives, right?
Yeah. He lives at 222.
That's next door.
No wonder he knows everything about homes.
Very thin walls.
they shake their fist at each other on the front step.
Moriarty.
Yeah.
That'd be like a funny sitcom idea.
They should introduce it into Sherlock.
It'll be just like Cheers.
Fucking- yeah, right, Cole, knock on my
just
door.
like
Cheers. Asshole. I hate you. I hate you so much sometimes.
So have you ever been to the UK?
Nope.
Your first time, huh?
Yep.
Beverage.
So you've been to Canada. Have you been to any other international
I've been
destinations?
to Canada. I've been to France. And I was in Mexico for 4 hours one time.
In a trunk?
For 4 hours, what you qualified as.
So years ago, I think I was maybe 13 or 14.
For someone whose last name is Spanish,
Yeah.
it seems like 4 hours is a pretty deficient amount of time.
You say Guadalupe, though.
I mean, if we were in Mexico, I'd be saying it different.
Guadalupe.
Guadalupe. Now that we've done our best Mexico impression.
Yeah.
No.
Does your story involve firecrackers?
No, it
dang
involves
it.
chicle and my mom being really scared. No, so I was in. I was like 13,
Oh, it's when your
14
brother
or
was
something.
born.
and we went to South
I don't know
Padre for a Luna family reunion, and we were right on the border of Mexico or something. And my dad needed to go to Mexico because he specifically wanted Mexican vanilla, which in hindsight kind of sounds like code for drugs.
Yeah.
Did you get that in like
I need some of that
Walmart? Yeah.
Kids are driving me crazy. Get some Mexican vanilla.
No, I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
you can get Mexican vanilla.
I don't know what it
literally
is.
anywhere.
Maybe
Yeah,
he
you
saw it
just
on
go
the
to
Food
H-E-B.
Channel. Maybe he saw Paula Deen be like, "You got to get that Mexican vanilla," and he was like,
No.
"Honey, we need to go to Mexico."
There's no way she's talking about anything but butter.
Yeah, exactly.
So we went to a Spanish market specifically to go buy vanilla, and then I think it was to get the family to go to Mexico for whatever fucking reason. There's a picture of us, if I could find it, of me and my like 18,000 cousins all lined up waiting for a bus in Mexico. So here's the thing: we took a tourist bus into the country.
Just have a passport.
Yes. Well, I did. My family did. I was, I guess, young or something. I don't know, but I know we got to go there. And
So no, the answer's no.
I
How
guess
old were
not.
you?
I don't remember. I was
Okay.
young, maybe 13.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know.
That's not that
13
young.
seems like you'd remember
Yeah,
that age.
you are forming
You
memories.
say I
by
don't
that
remember. I'm
time.
imagining like 6.
You don't know how bad my memory is.
Okay.
Okay, ask this one.
I'm full of movies and TV.
Yeah.
So no, we
knock on my door.
we went to Mexico, and I remember I wanted to buy everything because everyone was telling me how they were going to cut me specifically a deal.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. They were like, for you, this shirt with different titty styles on it is only 5 pesos. And I was like, well, mother, that seems
I wasn't
like a
expecting you to
solid-
say a deal. I thought you just said you were going to cut you if you didn't buy stuff.
That's the backup
But,
plan.
yeah.
And I remember I was like, oh, all these little kids, they look so poor. They just want to sell me gum. Can I buy gum? No, it was like not a great part of Mexico.
Sure.
I didn't go to fucking Cozumel. It was like some marketplace a few hours outside of Texas or something.
It was like on the border. or
Probably
was
on
it
the border,
like-
right?
I guess.
Like Nuevo
Again,
Laredo
I
or
don't. I
something?
remember
Guys, he
being
was
on a bus
13.
and playing
He has
Pokemon.
literally
Okay.
no memories.
His brain
Yeah.
didn't begin until college.
Yeah.
And no, so this tourist bus dropped us off at a place and it was like, hey, we'll be back at 5 o'clock or whatever to come pick you up. It leaves, we do our Mexico thing, and then we're all waiting, and the bus never comes. Like the bus never came back to pick us up. And my mother, who is this like fair-skinned, ginger white woman, was just terrified. She thought for sure we were gonna get raped or stabbed or sold to a drug cartel or
Yeah,
something
so
like
you're
that.
half Mexican.
Yeah.
Which half?
Dad's side of my family.
There
is
you go.
Mexican.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. This is what happens when a ginger and a Mexican have a kid. You get like maybe Jewish Italian.
Yeah.
So we had to take a normal bus back, which is just a school bus, by the way. That's been repainted.
How long of a bus ride was that?
I don't remember. I don't
Yeah, I'm
remember.
not going to ask you any questions. I will not
Yeah.
deviate from the story. Sorry, go ahead.
But I remember there were no seatbelts. And there were a few little handheld thingies, and my mother was clinging to it and clinging to me because she thought for sure we were gonna die. I don't know if there's a speed limit in Mexico. We were just flying through alleyways and shit. It was like that scene out of the fourth Harry Potter movie. Or third Harry Potter movie.
Where they're all in the
night
bus in
bus,
Mexico? I love that scene. It's my favorite part of the movie.
Dude, I love the Deathly Hollows.
Harry goes to Guadalajara.
Yeah, no, I went to Mexico so my dad could get
Harry
Mexican
escaped
vanilla,
Lordstown.
and then we rode a bus back while my mother thought we were all gonna die. That's all I really remember about my family reunion, except for this one like estranged uncle that was kind of weird that kept trying to talk to me.
You
and I
say
was like,
strange
"Bro,
or estranged?
estranged. He was. Isn't that the
Sounds like
phrase?
both.
I don't. He was strange.
Yeah.
He was very strange.
No,
he was wearing a
it's
tropical
just-
shirt.
the expression was
And he
fine.
was
I was
like,
just
"I
curious.
wrestle crocodiles," and I was like, "I don't believe you. Please go away."
Steve Irwin?
Too soon.
And we're back.
Is that where he went?
So that's where to answer your question, those are the places I've been outside of the country.
Well, I hope you form some more longer lasting memories.
Can we ride buses everywhere in
Dude, we're
London,
just gonna
Gary?
get drunk.
Yeah.
Kerry, remember when you and I went to Washington D.C.
I
together?
remember that.
That was a lot of fun.
That's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, we went to Washington D.C. for the Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert rally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they announced it, and I was like, I bought tickets. I think the day after they announced it, and you were like, I will go. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
I think I bought tickets to the event, not even knowing if I could go or how to get there. I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna buy a ticket.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And
then
then-
Jack was like, I'm going. I was like, can we
Yeah.
go?
So we flew out and we got there, and then our hotel was all fucked. And
yeah.
so
We saw the Roots.
Yeah, we saw Questlove and the Roots like hanging out in our hotel lobby, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And,
we showed up and they're like, yeah, we don't have a room for you. And we're like, yeah, you better get us a room.
Yeah, and then you were underage at the time.
I was.
So like after the event, I ended up going out and getting drink. I went drinking and got hammered.
Yeah.
and somehow stumbled back to the hotel. I have no idea how I got back to that hotel room.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I went on with some fans that night and just got annihilated. I stumbled into a Five Guys because I'd never been to Five Guys before.
Nice.
I was like, this is awesome. I've heard good things about it. And then I somehow found the hotel.
Yeah. All I remember is that you came home to the apartment or to the hotel.
Our home, and
yeah,
you
come
called
and knock
me.
on my door. You came to the hotel, took your shirt off, and then we talked about life. That's all I remember of that
That
night.
sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was good. No, the trip was good.
You have so much to learn, my son.
Let me tell you a
Yeah,
story.
it was a really good trip. It was a lot
Jack,
of fun.
please put your shorts back on.
Excuse me, I have to go hack in the bathroom now. No, that was a lot of fun.
It was
though.
a lot of fun. Yeah,
yeah, because we went to some museums and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool. And like
Yeah.
DC is a pretty cool place.
When you go jerk it, do you say I'm gonna go me off?
Yes, yes. Excuse me, I'm
gonna go me off.
I'm gonna go me off in the bathroom.
that sounds
I
like
just thought about
that's
that,
like
right?
a new Nintendo game or something.
New Mia.
Whoa, racist.
Fuck you. That's what they say in their fucking videos.
Yes.
Every Nintendo. What are the Nintendo videos called?
Nintendo Direct.
Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Did
They're
you
the best
see
things
the Did You Know gaming about the GameCube that came out?
I read
just
like
over
the
weekend?
facts from it, but I didn't actually watch it yet.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, the dolphin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Project Dolphin.
It's funny. Like I remember when I was gonna call it the Dolphin. When the GameCube came out,
They
I
should've
remember
named it the Dolphin.
being really disappointed in it and not liking it. But then like they were going through and talking about it and all the games. Like, oh yeah, that was a good system. Like I like this. I like that.
I'm waiting for Super Mario Sunshine HD.
No, I hated that game.
I will fight you
definitely
to
hated
death.
That was the
game.
water backpack thing, right?
Yeah.
the jetpack.
Yes, that was the water backpack thing. Yeah,
Isle Delfino.
yeah dude. Delfino, dolphin.
Yeah.
You look like you
And
just solved the
checkmate.
mystery.
Yeah.
Like that was like the freeze frame where the credits roll and the buddy cops
Yeah.
had come.
Moriarty's in handcuffs.
No. I was gonna make a Murder She Wrote reference, but
Shawcross.
you probably don't know what that is.
No, it's
Yeah,
like
you don't.
some
It's
book
okay.
Or something, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
She wrote it.
It's
It
the
was about
prequel. It's the prequel to Harry Potter.
Here, let me read this thing.
Read that thing, Gus. Read it good.
Want to remind you did this once.
I did.
I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by. So in the 1 minute it took me to read that, what the fuck were you guys doing over there? Like, I couldn't break eye contact with this thing because I'm reading it, and out of the corner of my eye I just see you guys. I don't like hugging with your Vitas in between each other.
Yeah, they were hacking the Vita.
Yeah, no, we were
We were just
Mol-
comparing stats.
Yeah, we're just looking at stuff. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You were just looking at stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry.
People
Dicks?
yeah.
What were you looking at? That
Persona.
Is this Persona? Again, going back to the list of to-dos in Persona. It's Chie,
Marie and Yuki.
and Yukiko.
And
I got nothing on this one,
and
Gus.
maybe Yumi.
She got a big
Forehead.
forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched the new Transformers movie.
I'm
Nice.
sorry.
That movie is so bad.
what is it? What is the subtitle of that
You know
movie?
who- loved
Age
it?
of Extinction. Age of Extinction.
So at no
It's
point
the
did
Mark
it
Wahlberg
transform into
one.
a good movie.
No. It's so not only that. So it starts the beginning of the movie. I'm gonna spoil the shit out of
my
this thing
fuck,
for you.
please.
Beginning of the movie takes place 65 million years ago. Dinosaurs roaming Earth. Of
course.
Fucking Transformers roll in and start terraforming the Earth. And the Dinobots are going to be in this one. So you're thinking, oh, it's 65 million years ago. Somehow this will be involved. Nope. Dinobots show up later. Totally different story. Have nothing to do with fucking the dinosaurs on Earth. There's just like they're old warriors who now like turn into dinosaurs and fight. And Optimus Prime fights with
Cool
them.
dinosaurs or like.
They're
Doesn't
kinda
Optimus
cool.
ride one of them?
Yeah, he rides.
this
Is
the
that
one that
not
was-
weird for
was this-
them?
Grimlock.
Was
right?
this the one that was filmed like up north of Austin?
Yeah,
like in
yeah, it was
Taylor?
filmed.
Okay.
Part of it was filmed in Austin. Michael Bay is a terrible, awesome director. He makes movies look incredibly beautiful. There's a bug on me.
I just flicked a bug off my mind.
Oh,
I watched
it
that. It was
smeared.
awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Michael Bay is a terrible, awesome director that makes visually incredible movies
Right.
and has some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. Mark Wahlberg, he's so bad.
Mark, no.
Bad
So
directors
bad.
ruin good actors.
I'm an inventor. That's what I do.
That was a line?
That's a line where he's talking to his daughter, and then his daughter is she's 17, and she has a boyfriend that she doesn't tell him about because she wants to protect him. And then he's a driver because they have to get away from the government. So he ends up like showing up in this rally car and taking him away. And T.J. Miller's in the movie. I fucking love T.J. Miller.
Wait, is this Fast and the Furious or
No,
Transformers?
this is
I have no idea who
Transformers.
T.J.
Okay.
Miller is.
T.J. Miller, he was in he's in Silicon Valley.
Three's Company.
Oh, I've
He's
seen
not.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's the guy who runs Aviato. Like he's
Now you're losing me.
yeah
Domo Origato.
she's out of my
Have you
league. He's
seen
in
it,
that
or have
too.
you just seen that
Anyway,
one clip about the dicks.
Best part of the movie. And he's out of it in about 10 minutes. They kill the best actor out of the movie
Oh, they
immediately.
Godzilla psychoed him?
But you were talking about Kelsey Grammer earlier. Kelsey Grammer's in this movie too, and it's like a criminal how bad Kelsey Grammer is in this movie. You have to watch
Which
it
we
just
all
to
know is
see-
not normal grammar.
No. It's
Have
like
you
I was
seen
I was
Frasier?
shocked at how bad this thing was.
Oh. Sorry, it
they're
just
gonna make
clicked who
another
Kelsey
one.
Grammer was. I thought it was some woman.
Miles.
Miles, I learned this about you today. I'm
Man.
really disappointed.
I
in
know.
you.
I'm
like that
sorry.
Miles is
Impressed with me. Just
Yeah.
disappointed.
Miles is the head writer on one of our shows and the co-writer on another one of our shows.
Yeah.
He has zero entertainment knowledge.
No.
That's terrifying.
knocking
No,
You're
he
the
has knowledge about anime and video games.
And apparently some chick he wants to bang in a video game. So
Whoa. I want my character to bang her in the video
Sure.
game.
It's
I
what-
can't stick my dick in my Vita without damaging it.
He's tried.
No, I'm not getting my warranty.
Yeah, the headphone port's just too small.
right.
Well, I didn't say that.
Anyway,
Kelsey Grammer.
so Kelsey Grammer.
Wonderful actress.
He was Beast in that shitty X-Men movie.
Oh, yeah.
And then he has a little cameo in the new
your
one.
face.
And X-Men 3.
As Beast.
that movie was
It
terrible.
was so bad.
Yeah, that's not great.
And then then they kind of made up for it. Apparently they're doing one more First Class Generation movies, which is the Apocalypse one, and then they're not doing any more of that again.
That makes me sad.
Yeah.
I like all those actors.
Yeah.
So
Especially Jennifer Lawrence.
she's good. But Michael Fassbender's great too. And
You know who's
James
great?
McAvoy, he's good.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Did you see 12 Years a Slave?
No, I did not.
Is she in it?
I've heard Michael Fassbender's
Michael
like
Fassbender
fucking brutal in
is
that movie.
Amazing in that movie. I really thought, yeah. It was. It's
That's one of
it's
those
hard
movies
to watch.
like I know I should watch it, but I don't want to watch it because it's going to make me just hate everything. It's like Schindler's List. It's like you
Let's be honest,
you have
you
to
hate
watch
white
Schindler's
people.
List, but then it's like I'm going to hate everything after this. I'm going to feel like an asshole or feel like terrible after
Yeah,
this.
I thought Michael Fassbender had a really good shot at the Oscar, and Jared Leto won it. He was also really great in Dallas Buyers Club. That was
He was also great
fucking
in 30
amazing.
Seconds to Mars.
He was better in Dallas Buyers Club.
Miles, what was it? Name the last 3 movies you saw in a theater.
Oh, in a theater?
Yes.
I think
I'm guessing
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
honestly twice. Like 2 of the last 3 are part of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I saw
No,
Guardians of
that-
the Galaxy twice.
That's the same movie though.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I don't remember. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. What are other movies that have come out?
I'm gonna be honest. I can't think of the last 3 I saw.
I think
either.
I saw that new. Oh my Christ!
Oh my crap! I haven't heard
I
of that
can't.
one.
Yeah,
I
that's-
can't
is that
think
the
of the
Mel
name
Gibson
of
one?
that.
That's the
The studio-
Oh, you would have had liquid in your mouth.
I was about to take a drink.
it's Mel Gibson.
What's that?
Wesley
What was that
Snipes.
studio? What was that Studio Ghibli movie we saw?
Wind Rises.
Wind Rises. I almost said Wind Beneath
Dude,
My
that
Wings.
was like 6 months ago.
Was that really?
Yes.
Fuck. I have a really bad
If it
memory.
makes you feel any better, before Gone Girl, after I saw Gone Girl, I was like, man, that movie was great. What's the last movie I saw in the theater? I think the last movie I saw in the theater might have been Her, which was like December of last year.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Godzilla, and then I think Her before that.
What'd you think about her?
I liked it a lot.
I hated it.
Really?
It was super awkward.
Fucking
There were
terrible.
some really awkward moments in there, but I think it was kind of
fucking-
Chris
intentional.
Pratt also in Her.
I love that movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's so hot right
Yeah,
now.
of course, the guy who's trying to bang a character in his video game would love Her.
Yeah, they talk to me too.
The best thing to come out of Her was the SNL skit with, was it Michael
Oh,
Cera?
yeah.
and Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Michael Cera and Jonah Hill.
That was the best thing to come out of
So
the movie.
Filth on Netflix with
Nice.
with that guy that you were just talking about in X-Men.
Michael Fassbender, James
Wesley
McAvoy.
Snipes.
No, McAvoy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his name. Yes, he was good in that, and also made me feel a lot better about my life because the movie's about like an incredibly alcoholic, crooked cop who's just a bad person,
And you're just only a little alcoholic.
and I'm just only a little alcoholic and a not great person. So that made me feel better about myself.
JJ's saying that TJ Miller's also the cameraman in Cloverfield.
Yeah. He's
really?
like Puck or Hank or something. It's like a full,
HUD.
Yeah. HUD. Yeah.
Which I thought was
thought you
weird
were
because the
joking.
whole his name. Why do I know that? Why do I know the name of a character in fucking Cloverfield? But I don't know any of this other shit.
You know who John Ritter is, but you know who that guy is.
You know, Pud.
I know HUD. And the reason,
Because he's the best character in the damn movie.
The reason I remember his name was because the whole time I was like, is this supposed to be like because he's the heads-up display for the entire movie? Like he's the
Wow.
guy that controls everything.
Yeah.
That was-
He's
His name is
but he's the
Hadouken.
best character in the movie and they kill him off again. Same
Yeah.
deal.
Spoiler alert.
That movie's like 5 years old.
Yeah, fuck you.
I had to. That's like I normally don't get like motion sick or anything. I had to look down.
Really?
During stretches of that movie. I was like, I can't watch the action. I'm right here. I'm gonna like refocus
I
for
was
a
like
bit,
that.
and then I'll look
I
at
was
it
like that
again.
for the beginning of Hunger Games. Like the first Hunger Games movie was very, very shaky cam.
I
should watch that.
I prepped myself for Cloverfield because that's all I heard was, oh, you'll get motion sickness. I was fine through that. Watched Born Supremacy and almost threw up. I could not do that shit.
You just hate Matt Damon, right?
No, that's Jeremy Renner, isn't it?
Well, now.
Why are you asking me?
Oh, shit.
I don't know who that is.
Miles, Hawkeye.
Oh, okay, I know who that is.
That really worked, didn't
Yeah,
it?
they did. I
Guys,
didn't know who
don't
Jeremy
I hate you.
was.
Jeremy
Jeremy
Renner.
Renner.
I think you said
Yeah.
Renner.
Was it
If
Hurt
you're-
Locker?
If you're listening to
Yeah.
this, JJ,
Yeah.
don't ever have him on screenplay. I'll back that one up.
Or it could be one of those like you could do like a bit where it's like, will Miles know this? And it's like,
I don't want to be the
it's
Gavin
like,
of screenplay.
It's like,
Oh,
hey,
wait. Definitely have him on then.
Yeah.
No! I don't know why I'm scared anymore. The secret's out. I'm a fucking
yeah.
idiot when it comes
So
to
it's
this
like, okay,
shit.
can you name 2 actors from Forrest Gump?
I almost said Robin Williams instead of Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks.
Okay, that's
Dude,
one.
And
Gump.
Anyone in the movie.
I know the rules, Jack.
I just made the rules.
Can I answer for him? Wesley Snipes.
Come and knock on my door.
Damn it, I was about to do it.
No, I can't. Christopher Walken's not in that movie.
No, Christopher Walken is not. He's in
No,
Pulp
Chris
Fiction.
Rock is, though.
I can give you.
Can you name one of the characters he interacts with, like an actual real life person they digitally
Bubba.
fix? Yes, Bubba. That
remember Bubba Gump.
historical figure.
And there was Jenny. I remember Jenny. And there was Mrs. Gump. I remember that character.
Don't
Yeah.
forget about the chocolate.
A real character. Or
Like-
not
like-
real-
a real person.
like a
Oh,
historical figure that he interacted with.
Oh yeah, he interacted with the president.
What's his name?
Of.
Was it
Chrysler?
No, it wasn't Kennedy. No, it was.
He actually did talk with JFK at one point.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay, was that
He
the
had
one
to
where
go
he got
pee.
bit in the butt? He was
No,
like,
he had to
oh,
go
no,
pee.
he had to pee. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
See, got it. Nailed it.
John Lennon, Johnny
Fucking next
Carson.
one, I'm ready. I'm not. Don't ask me nothing.
By the way, it just so happens that Chelsea took a picture
Yeah.
of Kerry and Miles.
Oh, nice.
While we
Oh,
were
thanks,
doing
Chelsea.
their comparison while I was
Just
doing the
the
ads.
best.
Wow.
Good thing she missed the other part.
Yeah.
And there you guys are.
Yeah.
Huddled
You're
up,
watching at
sharing
home right now.
Vita secrets.
Yeah.
Vita secrets.
I'm ahead of him in the game, so I just like help him out, just a little bit.
Hey, which was because at first I was the one that had played the game before, and you were
Yeah.
the new guy, and I was like, "Oh, you're gonna love this part." And now the roles
revolver.
The
have
revolves
reversed.
have
The
changed.
revolver has revolted.
So I was
I
in
am
Las
just doing
Vegas
great
last
tonight.
weekend.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. I love Vegas, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was in Vegas to play Assassin's Creed Unity, actually. And holy
Did it
shit, that
unite you?
game is awesome. That game is really, really good. And
You
it's-
took Ellis with you, right?
Yeah. So me and the other beard went.
Elis.
It was a lot of fun. And he had never been to Vegas before when he's like able to gamble or anything. So I had to teach him the ways. And he made like $100, and so he paid for Penn and Teller. We went and saw Penn
That's
and Teller.
much better than I've ever done in Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm down like $1,000.
Yeah, I lost a little bit out there, but it was like, yeah, I like the problem with Vegas is going to Vegas for 2 nights is perfect. I was there for 5 days and 4 nights, which is way too long to be in Vegas. No, that's
40 days and 40 nights.
I think I once went there for a trip very similar to that, like 5 days, 4 nights.
Yeah.
It's like, this is terrible. And then I got my trip extended because then I went for vacation. Then it was like, oh no, you got to stay for work for another week.
Yeah,
nice
for a
I
week.
want to fucking murder someone.
Yeah, it's like you have to lock yourself in your room, otherwise you're gonna spend money. It's like you can't
No, it
not
wasn't that.
spend
It's
money
just,
there.
I was just done with the Vegas
yeah, I bet.
experience, like
It's
the
really-
lights.
I just
and the
locked myself in the
noise. Yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah. Well,
Sit
people
on
always
the
say like, oh,
floor.
New York is the city that never sleeps. New York absolutely sleeps. Like you go out at New York at like 2 a.m. and just everything's shut down.
Really?
Vegas doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's nothing in muggers.
Yeah.
Muggers and
don't
hackers and
sleep.
jerkers.
Muggers and streets.
Dude, streets up.
After a certain point, they just steal your pizza, not your wallet.
But no, Vegas was pretty cool. I love that place. And we had a little get together. Like Adam and I were like, hey, we're gonna be over by Caesar's Palace, and we were thinking maybe 3 or 4 people would show up. Like 40 people showed up to this thing, and it was just like all these other like normal
RTX
people.
2014 Part 2.
Like all these like normal people are like, who the hell are these guys? And like people like they just have weird, is that ZZ Top? What's going on over there? And it's like,
Is that
No,
ZZ
what
Top
happened,
upside down?
that happened at this past RTX. I was outside my hotel, and a bunch of people asked me to sign some stuff, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then some
brag
big
about
guy came up, like an older guy, and asked me to sign something. I was like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, thank you. And Erin comes up to me. She goes, he has no idea who you were. Yeah. And I go, what? She goes, yeah, you didn't see it, but he stopped, saw all the people asking for your autograph, and then asked me who you were, and I said you were an internet celebrity. And then he got out like a pen and paper or whatever for you to sign. He had no idea who you were.
Dude, I bet
Nice.
that's on eBay.
Make it out to eBay.
Little E Big B? That's a popular name these days.
but.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but so one of the first things I did when I first checked in, we got there a little early, so I couldn't get into my hotel yet. So I just wandered down the street, and there was a McDonald's. So I'm like, I'm just gonna grab a quick bite to eat or whatever. I walk in, there was a full mariachi band playing.
What?
Like I'm like, I was like, what the fuck?
It's like the time you went to Mexico.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
like literally like a 20-person mariachi band playing in McDonald's, and I was just like, okay. And I'm like, are you guys shut down? Are you shooting a commercial or something? And like, no, what do you want? And I was like, oh, this is really strange. I shot a Vine of it actually, and I was just like, that's weird.
Did you buy a 20-piece nugget and give them each one?
And like it's funny because while I was there, I tweeted about it, and then there was a fan sitting in the same McDonald's who like looked over and saw me and was like, "Oh my god!"
He was on Twitter. He's like,
Yeah.
that's weird. I'm also in McDonald's with a mariachi
Exactly.
band.
That's the biggest clue in the world that you're probably in the same McDonald's.
And so like took a photo with this kid as well. I was like, "That's really really strange. Like, what are the odds of that happening?"
No, what would be even stranger was that would have been if he was also in a McDonald's with a mariachi band that wasn't the McDonald's that you were in.
That's probably true. But yeah,
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so, but Vegas is a blast. That place
Yeah.
is just surreal. But yeah, again, you can't stay there for more than 2 nights. It gets rough
The
at
fact
that
that you
point.
just walk around with booze is
That's my favorite.
One
Yeah.
time I was walking.
I don't even care about anything else.
I've got a story about this.
All right.
I hate those giant, like yard-long margaritas and that shit
They
you
look
get.
dumb, yeah.
Yeah.
But one time I was like, I'm gonna get one. I've never done this. I'm walking down the street. The place is right here. I'm gonna buy one of those stupid yard-long margaritas,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna walk around drinking it. So I buy it. I start walking down the street drinking it. My wife's like, let's go into this like little tourist trap. Souvenir place. I'm like, all right, fine.
Trap people? Sorry.
So we walk in, and she's like looking at souvenirs and stuff, and I'm drinking the margarita, and then a security guard comes up to me and was like, "Sir, you can't be drinking that margarita in here. You need to go out to the street and drink your margarita on the street." I was like, "Okay." That's like the first time anyone's told me that. You have to go to the street
You
and
need to
drink,
go outside and drink.
and drink your liquor. I was like, "All right, I'll be outside on the street."
That's
But
so fucking
So one of the reasons why I want to bring up Vegas was I got a new tattoo. So I got a new
you
piece
did?
of my my Tetris tattoo. So this
I
one's
haven't
for,
even noticed that.
yeah. So it's all gross right now and scabby and stuff.
No, dude,
so
it's
you
just, like,
probably shouldn't look at
decayed.
it too close because it's like still fresh, only about a week old.
Leave it out there for them.
But
for the camera.
see?
Oh yeah. So let me see how I do my angle there. There you go. So
How
it's
you
it's
do.
still kind of gross there. But
It looks
so,
like creeper
Dude.
faces on it.
Don't
Yeah.
get a long skinny piece or they go away.
But so it's funny. So
Instant
we were
tattoo
we were
removal.
in like the Planet Hollywood like shops or whatever, and I was like, I saw a tattoo place. I'm like, I'm due a tattoo. I should get one. And so I went in and priced it out, and they're like, oh, you can be whatever. And so I'm like, I don't want to get it yet because I got the first one with Katie. I don't know if she wants to be there when I get the second one. So I'm like, all right. So that night she sends me a text without me saying anything to her about that. She sends me a text with a photo of her getting a tattoo in Austin. I'm like, are you kidding me? I was
Lol, suck my balls.
I was like, all right. So I'm like, well, I'm getting a tattoo
one
tomorrow.
of you is thoughtful.
I'm surprised you got a tattoo in Planet Hollywood. I swear to God, Planet Hollywood smells like a fucking sewer.
Well, this is the mall, like
the mall at Planet Hollywood smells like a fucking sewer.
I don't think it smells that bad.
Every time I've walked, what do they call it? The Miracle Mile?
Yeah, the Miracle Mile.
Fucking sewer.
Really?
I hate that place.
It's a miracle if you can make it through.
Yeah, it's nauseous. I want to barf the whole time I'm walking through that place. It stinks and I thought maybe it was like a one-time occurrence. I've been back a couple of times. Every time, sewer.
Sounds like a great place to sit for 2 hours.
Yeah, with a needle jabbing you.
Well, not only that. So I got my tattoo, and like I was at the front chair, which was like right on the window, and so all these people walking by would stop and look at me. At one point, I looked over. There was like these 4 grandmothers who had stopped and staring at me, and I was like, "This is kind of awkward." Okay,
Were they into tattoos or what?
I don't know. It was just a bunch of white hairs looking at me.
Get them digits.
But yeah, no, it was pretty fun though. So and I got a new tattoo. So ultimately, I'll be getting more, but
the first
that's the second
STD.
piece.
The first STD.
You know, you joke about that. I've read before that
It's a joke in grandma's boy.
that STDs at nursing homes are like a really big
yeah,
concern.
that's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they don't need to use protection.
Yeah, they're not
just
getting
waiting
knocked
to
up.
die.
Yeah.
Well, no, it just doesn't work anymore.
I revert back to my past comment of dusty vagina noise.
It's like slamming an old book.
/ like powdered milk ejaculation. Did you just say?
You heard me.
It smells like mothballs.
Yeah. It's like a moth flies out. All right.
Oh my god! I imagine it
I'm
just sounds
glad-
like 2 leather handbags getting slapped together.
I'm glad I got my ad reads out of the way.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
Because there's no way I'll be spending enough time to get away
Now
from
that,
that.
do you think anybody working at a nursing home has ever walked in?
It's like taking 2 old pillow
They'd
cushions
be like-
and
they'd be
just
like,
slamming them together.
By that point, they probably don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
That's very true. Old people don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's like herpes. Nah. I survived World War II. I don't
It burns
care.
when I pee now, but now I feel something. You know, it's too dark. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I went too far in our old people having STDs conversation.
My
You guys
grandkids-
started that conversation.
I'm sorry, I went too far in the conversation I started.
My,
It was
grand-
a joint start.
my grandkids don't call, but the clinic does.
Oh my.
All right. And that's how I ended that conversation.
So Hulu Plus.
Oh, we've lost. You killed
Yeah,
Miles.
Miles is broken. Go. Yeah.
It may have.
I just want to call my grandma until I love her down. Holy shit.
You never think about it. They still have desires. They still have needs.
Oh, okay, we can stop the sentimental. Okay, let's just move on to Vegas, am I right?
Vegas.
Where'd you stay when you were in Vegas?
I stayed actually at 2 places. I stayed at the SLS.
What's
which
that?
was that's Sahara. They gutted Sahara and rebuilt it as
Really?
SLS. It's actually really, really nice.
When did that open? I haven't heard of that.
Apparently like in August. Apparently it's brand new. I just went on Priceline and just like did the cheapest room I could find. And I hit that and it was like, and it's on the
did the
monorail too,
negotiator
which
help
is
you?
great.
God damn it.
And then so it was an Assassin's Creed event, so they put us up in the Paris, and so I stayed at Paris for like half the time I was there. But the weird thing was, so I stayed at Paris, but the event was at the SLS. So so I left the SLS to go stay at the Paris, and they took me back to the SLS. But it's kind of cool. The SLS, they actually, when you walk in the main entrance, they have a bar that's kind of a little bit further away, but they have this crazy display that's at an angle, and they do that 3D perspective stuff where it looks like it's a 3D image, and it looked like a face poking down above the bar.
Ooh, I don't like
Where if
that.
you're sitting at the bar, it looks all like distorted, but from like the main entrance, it looks like this crazy like face looking down and moving around and stuff.
Sounds awful.
It sounds like it'd
really,
be
really
terrible
cool.
at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
No, like,
exactly.
when I first walked in, I was like, "What the hell?" And then I walked up and realized, like, "Oh, it's a screen." But it's like those chalk drawings you see.
Walking
in
around and
perspective.
seeing that shit in Vegas, like Vegas to me is what the future is gonna look
Yeah,
like.
it's like the hub.
lights and like all the
Yeah.
augmented reality.
It's like it starts at
stuff and-
CES and then it bleeds into the strip and, then
like,
it gets into your home.
Someone in like a Minnie Mouse costume passed out on the side of the road. That's what I saw my first time in
Optimus
Vegas.
Prime is hitting you up for $5.
It's Optimus Rhyme. He's rapping on the side of the street.
You get that weird, creepy Elmo that's just not really Elmo.
And they're all like they're costumes that they bought years ago and have done their best to take care of
Yeah.
them, but they're a little beat up.
Yeah.
And it's just like Elmo needs to be put
It's
in
not.
his toy box.
It's not exactly Elmo. It's like red puppet.
The big thing now is people on the strip dressed like the entertainers you see at like one of the shows. So like the girls, the big feather dresses and
Yeah.
stuff, and like Chippendales guys just standing on the street trying to take tips. And it's
Nice.
just like that's weird.
Give or take.
Well, then you go down to like Fremont, which is like old school Vegas, and then you get like the really creepy people.
Well, they've got like that thing over the street. Where
yeah,
you got, like,
the
all
crazy like light thing.
Yeah.
But that's where like it gets out of control. Where it's like the very large woman with like pasties on taking photos of people, and it's just like.
I haven't been to
that's
the old strip in a while. I should go back.
Fremont's
I like that was what made you like.
Oh man, I missed that.
Yeah. If you ever want to play dollar craps, that's the place to go.
If you ever
man.
want to really hope
Dollar
adhesive
craps that
sticks.
exists?
Yeah, $1 and $3 craps exist on the strip.
I should
on
go visit
Fremont.
that.
Yeah, if you want to learn how to play craps, that's the place to do it. So.
Okay.
So Lauren Crozier made a drawing of the closet wanker.
Pretty close.
Closet
Not enough
wanker.
semen.
Yeah.
A few too much clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, just take all of the clothes that are there. Just get rid of them.
That's the variant.
Yeah. He kind of looks like Miles there.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Are you the closet wanker? Have we solved the mystery?
So Gus, when was the last time you gone gambling?
I think the last time I went gambling was the last time I was in Vegas, which was in March or April.
Okay, you try to go about once a year too, right?
Yeah, or maybe a little more often.
Yeah.
I was thinking actually about going back. I realized, I think this past weekend, I was like, man, I haven't been to Vegas in a while. I should go at some
I
point.
miss those pasties.
Brandon and Chris, I feel like, are the other big Vegas guys in the
Brain's
office.
been on another kick. He's
Yeah.
starting to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Joel's typically the Vegas guy, and I
Yeah,
told
so
him about this
your
event.
Twitter thing.
Yeah, so like that was like I told.
Oh, yeah, I blocked your hashtag. I remember now. What
was the
I'm so
hashtag?
sick of it.
It was super fun, happy minus Joel Vegas trip 2014, and then I shortened that to like SVH whatever it was.
Because if you hadn't,
2014.
you would have never tweeted.
Yeah, I
It's
would have
been
had
that
about
over
10
and over again.
characters actually tweet. And
Just been like, yay.
Yeah, because like Joel typically is always down to go to Vegas, and I was like, Joel, we should go to Vegas,
It
and I'm
was
like.
hashtag SHFMJVT 2014. Yeah. Muted forever. It's right there.
Guys, revive it.
I'm not seeing. I don't want to see that shit.
And so, like, we were just prodding Joel because Joel, he was like, maybe I'll go. I don't know. And like, cause like he had to save money to buy his incredibly expensive car that he wants to buy. And it's like,
Do you know what he's getting?
he wants to. Nah, I shouldn't say it out
so that's
loud.
fine.
But yeah, so like
Cheap
we were
Wrangler.
trying to
Honda
prod
Civic.
Joel into going. And apparently, like, it was working, too. Like, on Monday, he was telling Jeremy and Matt, he's like, maybe I should go to Vegas. And I was like, come on, Joel. But he did not come to Vegas, which is incredibly disappointing. Joel's a lot of fun in Vegas. Like, Joel is typically, like, he thrives under pressure. Like, he likes being busy and, like, he likes deadlines where he's, like, coming down to the wire. He might not look like he likes it.
No,
but
he
that's,
looks like he's ready to
He
throw
also
himself on the
specifically
car.
says he doesn't like those things.
But like, that's where he does his best work when
He's
it's
a
like that. And he
masochist.
hates it.
Yeah.
But like I always say, like Joel's gonna be happy when the asteroid breaks the atmosphere and is about to kill everyone. And he's like, see, and then he'll be happy, and then he'll die. But like other than that, like the only time I've ever seen Joel happy is in Las Vegas. And so I'm like, Joel, come to Vegas with us, and he would.
Sounds
not.
like Joel should move to Vegas.
He should move to Vegas and just play blackjack for
Always
a
be
living.
happy.
Yeah.
ABH. One other thing I wanted to point out, I saw someone else in the community made something. Naomi made a plushy snail from the snail animated adventure that came out last week.
The murder snail.
Yeah, the
I
assassin
fucking
snail.
love
That's
that
funny.
conversation, by the way.
No, I fucking hated it. I hate hypothetical situations.
That's right. I learned that with my first conversation with you. I love them.
I've learned that you hate when people ask you, "Are you excited for something?"
Oh,
So
yeah.
like 2 weeks
I'm
before
good about that.
RTX, I just see you rolling your eyes at people, but still being nice because they're still new. People be like, "Are you excited for RTX?" You're like, "Yeah." You're just like I can tell
No.
you're seething.
I caught you with that once, like because you hate when I would ask you that, and I think it was.
Oh, this was about a Vegas trip, wasn't it?
Was it Vegas or it was something like either Vegas or I may have been when
excited for
tickets
the
went
old
on
strip?
sale for RTX 1. I was like, Gus, you excited? You're like, yeah. And you're like, ah, shit. Like I caught you on it.
Yeah, I remember that.
I have that video somewhere of us putting the tickets on sale and then like, yay. And it's like, oh shit, something's broken. And oh God, like that 15-minute span.
Yeah.
I've got that on video somewhere. I shot it on my iPhone.
That's insane.
I have no idea where it is though.
iPhone 3.
It's probably in the cloud with all the other pictures.
All your naked.
Do you ever wonder if your cloud data is like next to naked pictures, and does that make your data less cool, like less good?
No, it makes it better if your bits touch their bits.
No, it's like some 50-year-old dude's butthole.
Oh, sure. That
His stuff
We
was
share
like
a hard
it
drive.
was like right next to the
Yeah.
platter, like on the hard drive platter. It's like my data was next to that.
Like it's tainted now.
Literally.
By a taint. Yeah.
Data has
come
pink
and
eye
knock
now.
on my door. We wait for you. Man, I used to-
Watch that show.
I have to watch a million other shows. I
used
gotta
to
watch Cora.
love Three's Company.
It was a good show.
When I was a kid, I watched it all the time.
Mr. Farley.
I feel like when I was a little kid, I'm gonna date myself here. When I was a little kid, like there wasn't as much cable and there wasn't as much programming, so all you could watch was old shit.
And they just shut the TV off at 10.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
The American flag, play the national anthem.
So it's like I've watched every episode of the Addams Family, like the Munsters.
I watched the Monsters.
You watched it?
And now I'm just trying to
There
feel
you go.
included.
Eddie Munster's from Austin.
Yeah.
Oh no shit.
I just couldn't sleep. I still can't sleep, so I would just watch Nick at Night until 4 a.m. every night.
I used to watch shit
That's
out
why
of
I'm
Nick and Night.
short.
Nick and Night used to have, it was a similar show to Mystery Science Theater, but it wasn't Mystery Science Theater, where they would take an old movie that was like black and white and they would redub the audio and like
I
try to make
kinda
a
remember
new
that.
movie out of it.
Yeah.
I was really small when they did that. And I have no idea what that show was. But I remember being like a young kid watching it, be like, this is the funniest thing in the world. They made black and white movies funny. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
That's awesome.
and it was just a really cool idea to me.
Did you actually watch Three's Company?
Yeah, I watched the shit out of it.
Man, see, my memories of Three's Company have been tainted now because of John Ritter. Because John Ritter was an asshole to me, and then shortly thereafter,
What
he
happened?
died. When I was working at Walt Disney World, I had a day off, and they did this big thing where they're promoting all the new shows on, the new ABC fall lineup or whatever it was, and it was 10 Simple Rules. So it was like John Ritter and Katie Seagal were there, Drew Carey was there. I guess Holly Hunter or Helen Hunt, whoever, or one of the actresses.
What was that one show that she was in?
Whatever show she was.
Miles.
And then a couple guys from like NYPD Blue were there, like Dennis Franz and somebody else. And so they had everything set up. They had like this little TV booth set up where they were throwing remotes all over the country. So it was literally like 2 chairs for like Katie Seagal and John Ritter, and just a camera, and then they have their earpieces, and so they talk to like New York, then Houston, then LA, whatever, bouncing around all over the country. And then Drew Carey had his little bit section off, but they're all like, side by side. And they just, all it was just like a row of like plants and like kind of a little taped off area and a couple like, employees
Were
kind
you
of keeping an eye
between
on
two
people.
ferns?
No.
Okay.
And so in between bits, people were like, "Oh, Mr. Ritter, can I have your autograph?" And it's like you're in a theme park. People like they see a celebrity, they want an autograph, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do it. We're doing the thing." And then Drew Carey, he was like, people were throwing him like the park maps, and he was signing him, like drawing mustaches on Aladdin and things like that.
Being awesome because he's awesome.
Yeah, and then at one point, so people kept asking John Ritter, and then finally he's like, "Hey, you," and he like pointed to a guy. He's like, "Come under the rope," and he's like, "Oh, okay." So he came under the rope, and he's like, "Look, I have these Mickey Mouse hands on, so I can't sign my name, but here, take this Sharpie, and then if people want my autograph, just write my name, and then I'll like touch it, and it's like I signed it." And it's like, what? And then he did it, and like he signed it for John Ritter, and then he's like, "Hey," and they gave it back, and then he was just like, gave him the pin back and went back under the rope. And it was like, that was a weird dick move. And then they were like, then they broke. They're like, "Okay, we're gonna get lunch, but we're gonna come back." And then they never came back. And then Drew Carey skipped lunch and stood there for an hour and signed every single autograph he could. And even like I asked him, he came by me and I was like, "Hey man, we're going bowling tonight if you want to go." And he's like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Oh, Orange Bowl." He's like, "I have to fly out tonight, but if I didn't, I'd be there." And like in my heart, I believe he would have gone bowling with us if he would have been in town,
So what I'm hearing from this is Drew Carey's awesome.
Drew Carey's incredible. And I've heard nothing but amazing stories about Drew Carey. And anyway, so yeah, moral of the story, John Ritter was an asshole and Drew Carey was awesome. So yeah, and that's one of my experiences at Disney. Like we had weird stuff like that. Like Rosie O'Donnell, total asshole. Like she's evil.
She kind of gives off that.
Yeah. But a few people like
She's still alive.
a lot of basketball players are really cool. And,
I'm being serious.
but
You're asking the Miles questions? Miles is thinking it. Gary is asking.
Yes.
so
She had like a chin hair.
He,
or something, right?
John Ritter died on the set of 10 Simple Rules,
Yes.
right? Or that's where he had his...
like a massive heart attack.
Right.
And so, and then most people forget that Kaylee Kuko or whatever, however you say her name, she was on that show. She was the teenage daughter, and
she
then
kill
she
him?
went on to do Big Bang Theory. So she's now Kaylee Kuko. Yeah, so she's famous in her own right, and Katie Seagal is still Katie Seagal. So
Yeah.
Do you know
she's in
wait,
Futurama.
wait. Oh, I was going to ask him.
Damn it! Sorry.
What,
Can you
besides Futurama, what else has Katie Seagal been in?
Probably anything with Jason Segel. That's probably
Jason
that's all
Segel.
I got. Is it? I don't fucking know. Is it really? I don't know.
We were talking about two different people here.
Christina Applegate was also in this show.
Yeah.
Don't know who that
He's not
is.
going to know.
Ed O'Neill.
I know that name.
David Faustino.
Never heard it before.
This is like a condiment.
Oh, fuck. What was Marcy Darcy and then
I don't know their
Jefferson
names.
Darcy.
Yeah.
Fucking
Mr. Darcy. I know that's a thing from a thing. I don't know what that's from. It's from a Pride and Prejudice or some shit. I don't know.
yes, that is
Yeah, got that one.
Can you name an actress from Pride
Nope.
and Prejudice? All right.
Fight Club.
you're
Do you know
nightly,
anybody in
but-
Fight Club?
Edward Norton.
Okay.
And Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Why is there a question mark on that?
I was just like handsome Hollywood man. Go. I think it's Brad Pitt. I don't know. George Clooney was Batman one time.
George Clooney was Batman one time.
Can you name
Great.
the collector in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh yes, and I know
What's
that
his name?
Something Del Toro. It's not Guillermo. He did PT and other things, I'm sure.
Wow.
Other things, I'm sure.
Creator of PT and
What
other
a
things.
piece of-
Whoa. With Hideo Kojima. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Kojima.
Kojima?
Yeah.
Kojima. Now you
Come
got
and
me
knock on my
flustered.
door.
All right, so Blank Del Toro was the collector in
Yeah, something Del Toro.
Benicio
Mr.
Del Toro.
Benicio
Yeah.
Del Toro.
I saw a trailer for the new
Miles.
P.T. Anderson movie before Gone Girl.
nothing to do
And
with PT.
Benicio del Toro's in it. It's called Inherent Vice.
Oh yeah.
It looks pretty good.
Sorry.
Looks interesting. I can't think of the last movie P.T. Anderson directed.
He did There Will Be Blood. I don't know if he did anything after. No, he did the one with Joaquin Phoenix and Philip Seymour Hoffman.
The Master.
Master. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't seen
don't know
that
if he's
one.
done anything since then though.
I didn't see that one. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
I heard really good things about that, but I just
I heard
never
it was like a
caught
slow burn. You really
Yeah,
had
well,
to,
I mean,
like,
There
sit
Will Be
with it.
Blood is one of the slowest burns ever.
Oh, so good.
It was like
Like a
20
long
minutes
joke.
with no dialogue until yeah.
I
Also makes
rewatched 2001: A Space Odyssey when I was flying out to
Oh, yeah?
to PAX, and like the first, I think like 35 minutes of that movie, there's no dialogue.
No dialogue, like no music either, right? Or it's
No,
There-
no.
there's
or
some-
it's like subtle music.
Yeah.
So Mondo Con,
You know that?
I do.
So
I've seen really obscure movies.
It was within like last decade.
So MondoCon, which is like the so Mondo is the poster company. They do vinyls and toys and stuff now here in Austin. Like a really badass place. They released the 2001 alternate score because they actually had a score produced for the movie. And then Stanley Kubrick came in and just got rid of it. Like it was
wow.
like 3/4 finished. And so they went in and they actually they had a panel where they were talking about like the creation of it and what happened and why it got just completely removed and how they kind of found it again and remastered it. And they showed the movie with the remastered score. And it's weird. It's like oddly
Like
like,
good weird?
upbeat and stuff. Like the very beginning, like where they find where he gets the bone and start doing the
With the
tools.
monkey killing the other monkey.
Yeah, and the whole
Come and
evolution
knock on
thing,
my
and then like
door.
up in space, like on the plane where like the pins floating around.
I hate
It's,
you all so much.
so it's very strange hearing it without like hearing a different score on it. And it's like that's such a and it's all classical stuff from the actual movie.
That was
It's like-
playing at the drive-in theater.
Oh, yeah?
right next to here, and the way that it echoed, I can never point in the right direction. Right next to here, and the way that that drone echoed off of our building scared the shit out of me at like 2 a.m. when I was leaving. It was the weirdest thing ever. I just walk out and you're like, "Whoa." And I was like, nope, I'm going back in.
Spooky, man.
I'm gonna go work.
There's someone behind the armoire.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's time to wrap up.
all right.
All right.
So
I have to pee so
wanna
bad.
thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you check out Screenplay
Yes.
tomorrow at 4 p.m. for Extra Gus. The patch on Wednesday at 4 p.m. again, and then next Monday for another episode of RT
And then
Podcast.
we have a stream on Friday. We're doing the Extra Life sign-up stream, so we're trying to get more people signed up for Extra Life. And don't forget, October 25th, which is Saturday, we're doing 8 a.m. until Sunday at 8 a.m., the 26th, 24-hour Extra Life stream. And we're going to do a lot of crazy stuff. You've seen it before. We're going to do it again.
And again, big thanks to our executive producers.
Yeah.
Yay, peas.
And all right, thanks a lot for watching, everyone.
Bye, Internet.
Knock on our door.
The back door.
We'll be waiting.